All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. Right now it's just me and Brian. Brian Man should be joining shortly. But what is up, man?
I gotta get something off my chest.
Oh.
I don't know if everyone's
Ooh.
read this episode, this issue of Storm.
Mm-hmm.
The third one. I am pissed. Dele, I am pissed. I mean, I know you've done a really good job on a lot of different issues, and you know, I'm just tired of these comic books teasing the stuff with T'Challa and Storm and having all those and talking about all that stuff. And now this episode is just making Storm seem like she's a fast woman. Now she's sleeping with Logan. Like, I'm just tired of this bullshit. I am tired. It's not the character. I am just getting upset. Why are they doing this stuff? I don't understand. And it's just it's getting frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
It's really getting frustrating. It's like you really don't care about the character. You don't understand what she's really about, and you keep on doing this stuff. And she seems like she's naive. She's simple and not really talking about how powerful she really is, and then making her sleep around. I don't understand it. And Logan, come on, man, that doesn't even make sense. So I don't know. I did not like it. I am not very happy, and I am tired of it. I really am.
What issue is that?
This is 3, the third one.
Damn, by the third one?
Yeah.
And already?
It wasn't even like he was there. She just happened to see him, and then she gave him a kiss, and then like after a training session, they're doing stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm just.
She said, "I keep my comments to myself." Well, I know Logan and Storm had a thing, but it was also like an alternate.
This is
future reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it just to me seems like they always are trying to tear down Storm, or trying to make her seem like she's a passenger in all these things. Like, you want to take away the queenness, the royal, of what she could be, and you take that away.
So excuse me, I haven't read the Storm stuff yet. Is this story like the main one? And also, like, is this before or after she's already like
this is after
been with T'Challa?
Yeah, this is after so the beginning of this issue. So the end of last issue, we talking about Storm, talking about she's dying, whatever. So she goes to Dr. Voodoo, and he looks at her and says, "Yeah, you are." He's trying to cure her through this, and then so Dr. Voodoo is around in this one, and then she sees Rogue with what's his name, Remy and Logan all there. And it's just, I don't know. I'm tired of this stuff, and I'm not really enjoying it. And this is just a guest starring thing. It's so frustrating. So it just literally is bothering me so much. And as a comic book person, I read this stuff. I care about it.
Yeah,
and it's not making me very happy. So.
That does suck, because I know you and a lot of people were excited about the Storm, getting her solo comic. She hasn't had a main story one in a while. She had like that past one or whatever it was, like a prequel kind of thing.
One Storm.
Yeah. But damn, that does suck. That does suck. Well, we'll see. Maybe they turn it around, but usually if it starts off like that and you pissing off the fans by the third issue, that's usually not good.
Why is she going? I saw the Black Comic Lords talking about it. It's like how Marvel Storm gets her groove back. That's the way they're treating this shit, and it's bothering me. It really does.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. We got T in the house. So he said he just came back from seeing Craven, and then we got Brandon. What's up, B?
I'm so glad you're here. I want to know, T, what do you think of it? Because I'm hearing so many different things.
I'm hearing mostly one thing. and it's not good. Like, it's really, really bad. Like, the early reviews were like 50-50, but a lot of the today, out of the theater reaction today, like, I haven't heard a single good thing about it. Like, I see everything always. I have that one out because that one came out 22 hours ago, but he got the early review. But like Sean Chandler, John Campia, Dan Morrell, a few other guys were all like, "This is horrible, like horrible, like really bad." I was like, "Damn, yeah." Morbius. I heard like it's down there with those two. Like,
you know, it's funny because I've heard other people saying that it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be all this hate wouldn't be coming if it wasn't for Morbius and Madam Web and all the other ones.
Yeah. Little bit crazy. Yeah.
Because I see what I'm probably not gonna like it because if it doesn't follow all the stuff from the comic books, then I probably won't like it. You know, or some of the stuff, or one of you have something redeeming in it. It doesn't have to follow all of it, but just something from it.
Yeah. Because even like E-Man,
I saw E-Man's out.
I saw E-Man's. He's like, it's not. There's no plot. There's no story. There's no nothing. You know, there's action. You know,
that's what I heard. Yeah, you know, it's just stuff happening.
Yeah, Craven was trash. Bigfoot saw it as well. Are you saying it's trash, or you just saying it's trash because you think it's gonna be trash? Like, you actually see it?
It was. He probably saw it because I was going. I'm going to see it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it this weekend. Are there any post credits? Because I don't really want to say if I don't have to. You know, I know Sonic has 2 post credits.
So. That's still a ways away, isn't it? We still got 2 weeks for it.
This weekend or next weekend? Next weekend.
It's definitely not this weekend. Yeah.
No, next weekend. Because next weekend is Sonic and Mufasa.
The 22nd.
Is Craven. Yeah.
That's not even next week. Isn't it like Monday? The following Monday?
The 22nd is Sunday, so it's got to be like.
Is it?
Sorry for you, my cat. My cat's like losing his shit right now.
No one don't hear anything about it.
Okay, he's sitting there like But T saying you will not like it at all.
I can see me being pissed off about it. I can see me coming on Saturday and be so upset that I'll say something during the silo thing.
If
Sonic comes on December 20th, so next Friday.
I do want to see the Lord of the Rings cartoon.
The Lord of Rohirrim, and the one that only made $2 million.
Yeah, it's not gonna make a lot of money. It's animated, you know, for one, so that's really gonna
$2 million.
Lord of the Rings thing.
You and I could put out something together and make more than $2 million if you get 2,000 theaters.
Well, it comes out tomorrow. It hasn't even opened up yet.
So what did I see about it?
Probably projected. It's projected. I know it's projected pretty low. All right, so yeah, I seen it and no post credit. Okay, good. Be saying how Jim Carrey's saying he broke. Is he saying that really? I mean, maybe man heard money wrong. I didn't know
he's broke because I mean,
I'm sure from the 3 Sonics, you know, at least by the 3rd one, he should be asking for a decent amount of money. You know, probably not like RDJ, you know, Avengers money, but you know, the first one is like, okay, you don't know if it's gonna probably gonna pop off or not. The second one did good, but by the 3rd one, you're like, okay, hey, you know, I need some money. There he is. What's up, man?
Wait.
I think he said it jokingly. Oh, okay. I was about to say because I know he's like does a lot of artsy stuff too because he's bored.
Yeah,
his drawings.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. Yeah, that dude's set for life. I think he was just kind of messing around when he
Okay.
That's $180 million right now.
Oh yeah, he good.
Yeah.
$180 million. Yeah, I think he all right.
Yeah, but I'll watch Craven. Not excited about it. I am kind of excited about the Lord of the Rings thing. It does, to me, it looks good. I like the animation style.
Me too.
I'm interested in the story. You know, I love Lord of the Rings, so definitely excited to check it out. Erica, she was kind of like iffy about it, So I don't know if she's gonna want to see it or not. But if me and her both go see anything this weekend, it will probably be the Lord of the Rings because she really don't want to see Craven. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go bite the bullet with Craven tomorrow.
yeah.
I'm
If you're gonna watch it tomorrow, then maybe
sometime.
I'll try to watch it before Saturday. Maybe the Saturday we'll do a review.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get it out.
Oh, it's not that bad. They're saying that it can make maybe $20 million.
The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, maybe it says maybe $20 million.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see how it does.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
that's just not
crazy.
Even being animated. That's just not a good amount of money. It's just not.
Yeah, I looked up. It said the budget is $30 million. So you know, if it gets anywhere around like 100, that's like a big. That's probably a big win. You know, even if it gets like 80, 90
it's
million.
not going to be anywhere near the $100 million projection.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, one, like, just for what it is, it's a cartoon, but also you're coming out around Mufasa, Sonic, Wicked still out there, Moana still out there. Like, you know, there's
Moana's now number 5.
Yeah, Moana's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Wicked is at almost $500 million for Wicked.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised after. So you got Craven and Lord of the Rings coming out this weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if Moana and Wicked are still number 1, number 2 in the box office.
That's time. I think it might even. I wouldn't be surprised if Gladiator 2 still beats. Probably beat Lord of the Rings. It'll probably be close for Craven if it's as bad as everyone's saying it is.
Yeah.
Gladiator made 12.6.
Yeah, I watched John Campia talk his out of theater reaction. It was maybe like an hour or so ago. Because he was kind of like interested. He's like, "Oh, I hope it's like at least as good as Venom 1," which I think a lot of people were like expecting that. Which is like, if that's the best of the Sony, then I feel bad for it, because I did not like Venom 1. I didn't like any of the Venoms.
I thought Venom 1 was better than all.
But it really is. I mean, it is
the
best one, but it's the saying, you're the less stinkiest piece of crap. You know, it's like it's not saying much.
Yeah.
But people, he came out. He goes, "This is he said it was one of the top 10 worst films he's ever seen." I was like, "Damn!" And Madam Web is down there too. So I was like, "Shit."
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see it. I mean, to say it's that bad, I just don't believe it's gonna be that bad, because it's also, what's his name? Aaron Taylor. What's his name?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I heard he's great, and I heard people are upset that that Sony would even do this movie and not just let him be taken by Marvel and let him be Marvel's Craven.
I mean, now there's like a rumor going around, supposedly Ryan Coogler wanted to put Craven in the first Black Panther film,
which would have been cool.
But it would be cool. I don't know how you would do it because it's already crammed in. Yeah.
Just do Spider-Man with him.
Like, why is Ryan Coogler doing this? I feel like Ryan Coogler doesn't read comic books. I don't think he really understands
I don't know. He says he does.
The love and the lore of all this stuff. I don't think he really does. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if he did, maybe he wouldn't have killed off. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Killed off Chadwick and Ramonda. Or
you didn't have to kill him.
Ramonda. You didn't have to kill Ramonda.
Killmonger. You didn't have to kill all the entire royal family. You didn't have to kill. Whatever, man.
You killed everybody.
This storm just got me in a bad mood. That's all.
But we'll see if he winds up killing one of the twins in Sinners, then I think it's safe to say that's his gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, his gimmick is like, somebody needs to die, for the audience to feel it, and that's not always the case. But if somebody dies, because Ryan or Michael B. Jordan is playing both twins, so I'm assuming one of them is gonna die, and if one of them dies, then I was like, bro, every movie every movie you got to kill Michael B. Jordan in? Like, almost every movie except for Creed. But it's like, but yeah. So we'll see. He said, I like your optimism. Said he is great, just not in this movie.
So he's not good in the movie either. Wow. Okay, T.
Yeah.
I got you.
So this movie really set him up to be in a Spider-Man movie, though. Okay.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah.
Which is what Marvel wanted to do anyway, right? They wanted to do Kraven's Last Hunt. That's what they wanted to do. Let them stay grounded. Do Kraven's Last Hunt. That makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think Kevin Feige is just like, I don't want any of your trash. Like, you touch Venom, you need to kill off Venom somehow so I can start playing with it. Like, they just keep. I don't think Kevin Feige wants to touch anything that Sony is playing with right now. They're like, hey, when you're done, we'll fix it.
No, I think it's smarter because if you don't allow the villains to be used, or maybe you get Spider-Man back, maybe you get things back by not playing with them, not making it more popular.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Bro, it really is.
I can't believe it's that bad. Wow.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna sit there.
What's up, Mama Bear?
All right, Mama Bear's here. We could go ahead and get it going. All right, ready to go. I'll change my attitude. I'm no longer being angry about this Storm comic book.
Let's see.
It's not sitting well in my heart.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. I am
Derpy.
pissed.
What's up, Derpy?
Derpy.
I have the first one. I just haven't opened it yet.
Well, the first one is very fluff. The second one I thought was decent. The third one's pissed me off a lot.
And that's what I was planning on spending the next couple weeks or the next couple days doing, because I don't know if you guys remember about this time last year, and I'm realizing this is becoming a force of habit for me. When I realized that I was sitting on a lot more off time than I realized I had. I did that again, so I have to use it all before or lose it by the end of the year.
Really, you got to use it too?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in for that time off, and I plan to spend most of that time organizing my comics and catching up. And Storm being one of them.
I have so many stupid comics I have to read through.
I'm
one of those people that, like, I buy it and I would not put it up. I will not put it up until I read it.
Yeah.
It just has a pile to the side.
Yep. Literally.
Same.
That's my habit too. That's my habit too. Yep.
Because otherwise, if I put it away or organize it, and I won't get to it. So I have my must read pile.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Derpy's watching the Game Awards. He's saying Astrobot wins Game of the Year. Really?
How about that?
It makes sense. Hey, I did want to show everyone this.
Who are the nominees?
I don't know if you guys can see it.
Nice.
My own Funko Pop.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
I was like, when she looked at me, she was like, "Oh, it looks kind of like you."
That is a cool one. I like that.
I don't open these up usually, but whatever. I'm opening this one
with that one.
I don't think it's a collector's item. So.
Yeah, it's more just for you.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Got a weight in football.
Yeah, that's what I do. I couldn't find a microphone. So
flip flops. Is that flip flops or is that gym shoes?
No, they're Jordans. They're Jordan.
Okay.
It's funny because I realized that I was counting the other day. I have 38 pair of Jordans. I have 13 pair of Jordan 1s. Like, I have a problem because if I like something, I just buy all of them. That's what I always do. Yeah. If I like something, I get it all. Because that way you don't have to buy something that you don't like.
I'm the same way. And I get a ton of stuff. And it's it's becoming a force of habit with shoes, and specifically Jordans and Converses for me.
Yep. That's
thank goodness.
A good one.
Thank goodness Afterpay exists.
I literally have them all in little boxes. So my whole closet, I have half the closet just boxes of shoes.
Boxes. I like it.
But
let's see. I'm glad I can make you feel better.
You do. Honestly, you've made me feel a little bit better. That's relax a little.
Derby said the guy who played Craven and Rhino were good.
Oh, so Aaron Taylor Johnson was good. Okay.
I've never seen a bad performance out of him, so I'm not worried about him at all. I just think I'd just like to see his talents be applied to something worthy of him. That's why
Kick-Ass was great.
Kick-Ass was awesome.
Oh yeah.
I liked him in Godzilla. Like I liked him as Quicksilver, even though I think they nerfed the character in Age of Ultron, but I liked him in it. Mm-hmm. Hopefully one day they find some way to bring him back in that, or just depending on what they do with Craven, just put him in a Spider-Man movie. The dude's a talented actor, and he's versatile. Because I thought he was pretty funny in the Fall Guy earlier this year too.
Fall Guy was great.
I mean, he didn't have a big role in it, but the little bit he did was great.
He made every second of screen time count.
Bullet Train,
yeah.
Bullet Train. I thought him he was really good in Bullet Train.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised how small he was.
Yeah,
like because he's not small. Like he's almost 6 feet tall, right? He's a decent sized human being, but the fact looks small.
5'11". Oh, I guess he's gonna be in the 28 years later.
28 years later, he's prominent in the trailer. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah,
I like him in I can honestly say I liked him in everything I've seen him in.
Pretty solid.
I just hate that just based off some of the reviews that Sony failed him by putting him in one of their Villainverse movies, but I'll find out for myself tomorrow.
You should have said no. Just say no.
Just say no.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we want you to be a Marvel character. You're like, yes. A Sony Marvel character. No.
Is it animated? Is it animated? No.
Yeah, right.
I'm out.
Is Spider-Man in the movie? No, then I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Could have been just checking out the eye candy here. Oh, you made him turn red. Time. Who knew that he could turn red?
I could definitely turn red.
Creature Commandos is the bomb. Cheers to the Tin Man. Yeah, that was a good episode.
That was a really good episode. I'm really liking this show.
I didn't want to like it. I did not want to like it.
I know.
Even that I liked it.
Yeah, I know that you were pretty on the fence about it, but and then I was just like, let James Gunn cook. He's good at the obscure stuff.
I'm tired of James Gunn. I'm tired of all this stuff. And you know what? Yeah, he knows what he's doing, man.
He's so good. He's so good at like, hey, here's this random stupid character that you don't even know about. And you're gonna fall in love with, and then you're gonna get so sad eventually, when something bad happens to him.
It just seems like it's just like Suicide Squad. It just seems like it's so much just like the other stuff, but he finds a way for you to enjoy the character. He finds a way to do it.
Definitely. Yeah. And on surface level, the trailer gave off that vibe that, it's Suicide Squad with monsters.
Yeah. I mean, they even tell you in the first episode, like Amanda Waller's like, well, I can't use humans anymore. Mm-hmm. So we're going with monsters, so like legit, like that's what she said. It's like Suicide Squad, but I can't use humans anymore. So we're going monsters. It's like, oh, damn. They're not even like beating around the bush.
But they do a good job of, you actually liking the characters or disliking the characters, I don't necessarily like the bride, but I think she's a badass character.
Yeah.
Like very cool character. Like
he's good at making these characters engaging.
So
I can't wait for Frankenstein when we get to that.
Yeah, it's just
David Harbour. Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about it. But yeah, I just kind of like if you're bringing on a guy who specializes in obscure characters like that to handle a cinematic universe, you're gonna inevitably like start with the most obscure characters for the kickoff.
No,
which I think is
you could have done Milestone. So I'm never going to let him off the hook with that.
You
It's
could have
just never going to.
because Milestone's obscure enough too.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It was unexpected, for him to start with Creature Commandos of all characters. Which,
yeah, it's really weird.
But it's his trademark.
Yeah. You just want to jump into some of these trailers?
Okay.
Let's see.
I know.
Anzo says I got 40 pair coming for your head. Anzo, come for your head. I have 5 on the floor. I have 30. You have 38. I definitely have 38. But this Christmas, man, I might get like 4 or 5 pair because that's what everyone knows. Get Brian some J's.
Yeah.
I was kind of hesitant to ask for a new pair of J's for Christmas. But instead I asked for a new karaoke machine and a Ninja Creamy.
So I have the all the cement ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 5s, the 6 to 11s, all those. I got the 13s, whatever. And then I just got the Mexican flag one, which I love. I got the DJ Khaled ones, We the Best, those peach creamsicle ones. So there's a couple of them that just came out that I want my wife to spend extra money on. So hopefully she doesn't ask me for the extra money. See, great episode at Derpy, yeah. 28 years later, trailer looks amazing. We're gonna check that out in a second.
Yeah, we are.
I have it pulled up already.
Oh, you got pulled up? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got look at this stupid Witcher 4 trailer.
The what?
The Witcher 4.
There's another Witcher?
I thought they the
video game?
thing.
Oh, it's a video game.
Yeah, the video. They had it at the game thing awards. And then Novocaine.
Novocaine. For sure. We gotta do Reacher.
Jack Quaid. Yeah. Reacher, that has to happen.
Oh yeah.
Reacher, the Novocaine. I just saw there's a new Looney Tunes movie trailer. The day
I just saw. Yeah, I just saw a like a poster for that or something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, Spoiler Kings, how was your day? I just got done watching disc 1 of season 1 of the TV show Revenge. Me and my wife watched the entire thing of Revenge. Revenge, it's very soap opera-y, but I watched the entire thing with her. We just sat there and watched episode after episode. It just kept on getting like more and more dramatic. It was good, man. I enjoyed it. And I finished one of my other TV shows today that was made by J.J. Abrams. Yeah, I like him. I like it.
What TV show? Because I'm trying to remember what other TV show he has done besides Lost.
He did Felicity.
He did Felicity, really?
He did Felicity. Yeah.
I thought he did something else too.
Yeah, he's done a couple shows.
Top of my head, cannot remember.
Fringe.
Fringe. Yes, Fringe. That's the one.
Too.
Yeah. I love Fringe too.
Yeah. It was like kind of reminded me of the X-Files. Only I liked it a little more than the X-Files because I consistently watched Fringe.
You and me both. But X-Files, I feel like maybe I wasn't as old enough.
That's what it was for me too.
Yeah.
Because there's some times where they told me, hey, you gotta go to bed, bro.
I remember some episodes were like really goofy and some episodes were really like serious.
You will never go to sleep.
Yeah. There's definitely a good combination of both.
T said me either, but it's really good. It is. 2 and 3 been really good. I got to be on it. Collector says I won't be on very long because I want to get back to watching Naruto Shippuden. Nice. I was up to 3 a.m. Last night watching the very last episode I watched. That's sounds like Tank.
Yeah, that was me with One Piece, man. That was me. I'm fully caught up with One Piece. Just so like I don't know if I told you, I'm fully caught up.
Oh, that's
Fully
awesome.
right now they're on a break.
Year and a half.
Yeah, no, it took me a year, almost exactly a year, for 1,130 something episodes, 38 maybe.
I watched like 15 series since then. You still haven't watched Stranger Things, so I don't know.
Yeah, Stranger Things ain't as good as
One Piece. And episode 5, what's on season 5 is coming out. Yeah, you better be careful what you say. We can't lose people because you don't like Stranger Things. Don't let that happen. No.
I mean, season 3 wasn't the best. So that
that's 7 years ago. You don't know.
I know.
7 years ago.
That was so long ago.
I liked season 3.
It was good. I don't know what he's talking
about. Season 2 was not as good, and then season 3 I didn't really.
You're just not
it started dropping off for me.
Yeah, you're not a Stranger Things fan because 2 was one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
And I'm not even sure if there's a specific order that I rank them in. I think we may have talked about that, and then I kind of went back and thought about it. But I've consistently liked each season about the same. Yeah, I like them. There's no Stranger Things season that I don't like.
Don't like. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not that I didn't like him. It's just like less excited about it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, hopefully they're not bad. Don't get me wrong; they weren't bad. But by the time season 3 was done, I was like, all right, like, okay.
Hopefully, one of these years, season 5 will actually see the light of day.
Exactly.
They said March.
Yeah, I think they finished filming not too long ago. They did some reshoots.
Yeah, they finished filming it.
So
yeah.
So yeah. The way it's ranked right now, while I'm looking at someone, Screen Rant has it ranked. The first one's number 1.
Yeah, that was epic.
The fourth one's number 2.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is number 3. You say those third place. Most people love number 2 more because that's when they mostly call them. Mm-hmm. And the third one's number 4, but they say it's truly difficult to call because all of them are exactly the best. So even though we say it's the fourth one, it's still just as good as the other 3.
I know a few people that I watched. They said this last season, the 4th season, was like kind of getting back on track of like the first season, which got me hyped for it.
It was dark as shit.
Yeah. The worst I could say about season 4 is I got sick of seeing people in Hellfire Club shirts.
That had nothing to do with the show. That had everything to do with everyone outside the show.
Yeah.
Well. Mm-hmm. But the thing too, like Stranger Things just catches on, and people just like
love it
to the point of like borderline obsession.
Mm-hmm. Collector says this was the episode where Messenger Ryan dies. That's the one he just watched.
You're still early on, then, I think. Because I think that's what episode 150, maybe 200, somewhere around there, I think.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I like you're early on and you're only a couple hundred episodes in. I think. I could be wrong. I thought it's been a long time since I watched Shippuden.
I don't like 12s and 13s. I like 12. I have 11, 12, 13s. 5s and 6s are really hidden gems. 3s I like more than I like 2s, but 1s are the most classic. And the black and red ones are the best ones. So the show J.J. Abrams was Fringe. Yeah. We had 3 TV shows. Lost was the first one. Fringe is the second one, and then the very last one was Person of Interest. Person of Interest is great.
Person of Interest is awesome.
Is excellent. Oh my goodness.
No, that's very good.
Very, very good. Very underrated.
Dang, man. So I'm having issues with the YouTube live chat. So we can see everything fine in StreamYard, but I can't put up anything on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys can or not. It's just giving me like something's wrong with the chat window. So
I'll check it out in a second.
Yeah. So I threw a bunch of trailers. I think you said you have like 28 days later.
I had all of them up.
Okay. Yeah, because I wind up watching a new Will Ferrell one, and it doesn't look good, which is
Is
funny.
that the
We were
one with
just
Reese
talking.
Witherspoon?
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen
and we were
it.
just talking about like how Will Ferrell makes good movies. This one does not look good.
I think Will Ferrell makes some terrible movies. That's what I told you. Like I like 4 other people more than I like Will Ferrell. So that's
yeah.
He's
I think
really good when other people are around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what he does though. From his SNL days.
I think Reese Witherspoon is kind of easing her way into that comfort zone now that she kind of has all of her professional flowers at this point in time. So she's I think like she made that one maybe like 9 or 10 years ago with Sofia Vergara, Hot Pursuit, which was just horrible.
Oh yeah.
But in between and after that, she was putting out pretty good stuff. But I think she's kind of back in that comfort zone. She's won her Oscar. She's put out pretty consistently good content. So I don't blame her at this point for being like, screw it.
What up, Drew?
Oh, what's up?
Then she's in the building, so we can go ahead and turn this 28 years later trailer gone.
Yeah, let's do this. I want to react to this.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen most of these trailers, so
thank you for following me on YouTube account. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, man. And because I went to see for your birthday party, for your birthday stream thing.
On Sunday, right?
So I went to them like, let me, make sure I get the notification. And I was like, I wasn't subscribed. So I'm like, make sure, hit that subscribe button. So I think I was subscribed on my personal channel, but not on the Spoiler Kings.
Thought we were on Spoiler Kings.
I could be wrong. Or it might have been the other way around.
Yeah, maybe.
Because half the time, there's so many times I forget I'm on one account and not the other.
You and me both. And then we'd be in the same chat. We're on the same chat, and then we'd be talking at the same time. Like, oh man, what the hell? You don't have to look at the trailers. I got them. So
the Harley Quinn trailer too.
I got them. So it's just
well, I need the links for
to put them in to get them.
Yeah, so I can download them. So it's easier just to have them like in our chat because then I can pull them up. But I'm super excited that they announced Harley Quinn season 5 because I thought they were done.
Same.
I thought they were done when James Gunn came in and took over. I'm like, everyone was like, well, that's the end of that.
It'll just be the Elseverse.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. And we'll get into that Elseworld stuff because the whole Clayface info that we got.
Yeah, getting his own show.
Yep.
Like, really?
All right. We're good to go. All right, cool.
Just did that.
I know, but because I sucks that I can't arrange the tiles.
No. Yeah, that
because it's all the way at the back end, so I have to like expand it and click it so it pops up. It's so annoying. All right, you good to go?
Yep.
I know you're eating.
I couldn't help it. It was a piece of a taco I was looking at. I was like, man, let me do it.
Just staring at you, looking at you. All right. Which one is this one?
28 years later.
Days? 28 years later. Okay. Cool. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We got a trailer reaction for you guys. We have 28 years later. It's been like 28 years since the last
one came
out, right? It's been a long time since it was 28 months later was the last one.
28 weeks later.
Weeks later. It was weeks.
Yes.
So yeah, with this much time extended, I guess 28 months later was out of the question.
They're like, just skip it. Just skip it. Well, I guess we go for 28 weeks to 28 months is only what, like 28 weeks is what, like a half a year. Then 28 months is, like 3 years.
How many 3 years?
So.
Yeah, 4
years.
Somewhere.
Yeah, just a little over 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 1/4.
Yeah, I guess not enough is happening between that and that. But cool. Let's check out this new trailer.
Damn.
That's just creepy, man. The whole the background music kind of thing, whatever the hell she was saying.
It's like a poem by
Is it?
Rudyard Kipling, who did the Jungle Book and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh jeez. Very
Um,
different.
yeah, suited the trailer for sure. Can I just say, like, this is how you do a trailer? You know, it shows you just enough to hook you without spoiling the entire thing, which is a commonality. I think that's, excuse me, like the lost art of cutting a trailer. So it's kind of nice to see that, because I kind of feel like trailers like that are slowly making a comeback. But I absolutely love this trailer. It might even be because I watched it right when it came out. I had to, because I really like I really like 28 Days Later, and it's probably one of my favorite zombie movies. 28 Weeks Later, I thought kind of got off to a solid start, and then it kind of lost its way. But this one has me excited due to the cast: Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jodie Comer, Ray Fiennes. Saw him in the trailer. And Danny Boyle, who did the first one, and the writer of the first one, Alex Garland, who did Ex Machina, and he wrote and directed Ex Machina. He wrote and directed Civil War. So it's good to see that team coming back to do this one. It really gives me a good feeling about it. And yeah, I thought the trailer was perfectly put together. You know, it's just enough to hook you in.
Yeah, it was a solid trailer. It's scary. It's eerie. It's just all the angles. You start off with the kids, where already you start off with kids, and then the adult is panicking, and you know it's all about zombies. You just get like that pit in your stomach, kind of, you know, that like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm scared for those kids at the beginning of the trailer.
Yeah. Why? Because you already know they're dead.
Yeah. It's like you with Craven, man. I just cling to that little bit of optimism that things will be okay.
That 28 years later, they're still alive somehow.
You know, yeah. I'm when it comes to movies, I hate when bad things happen to dogs, and I hate when bad things happen to kids.
Yeah, I have no. A dog dies in a movie, I'm rioting. Yeah, human being, I'd be like, it happens.
Yeah, I've still to this day never watched the first 20 minutes of John Wick. I watched the rest of the movie. I can't watch the first 20 minutes.
Yeah. There's a whole website called "Does the Dog Die?" You know, so you can look up a movie and see if like it has like a really triggering like animal scene. But yeah, what do you think about it, Brian?
I thought that was a really good, intense trailer that made me feel like this is going. I don't need to know what's happening, because I know what's happening. You know, when you're doing a sequel, you don't have to tell everyone this story, because we already know the story. It's about making that feeling that we felt in the best movies reoccur. And I think it did a great job of giving those same feelings, that same echo of those feelings coming in this trailer. And that's all that really matters. So good job. And I don't like scary movies, but I'll watch a suspenseful one.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that, because scary movies used to be my least favorite genre. Now I can watch them for days on end.
F that.
They're fun.
I could fight a zombie, so that don't scare me.
I mean, the thing is, you just keep fighting it because it just keeps coming after you. But
hey, that's fine.
This is definitely a solid trailer, man. This was really good. I can't
great trailer. It was tense.
You
know, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No, go good. No,
it was tense. It shot like the way that it's shot looks amazing. It just
was it me, or was there like a weird like haze over everything? You know what I mean? Like almost like a fog to it.
I caught that too.
Right?
I caught that too.
I like, is my glasses dirty, or is that
no? I definitely caught that. It gives it that extra kind of ominous vibe, appropriately.
That's scary. Yeah,
appropriately.
Yeah, some of the shots in there were great. So
yeah, and Danny Boyle is just so slept on as a director. I think the biggest credit that he has is Slumdog Millionaire, which is an awesome movie. Train Spotting, 28 Days Later, I think are like the holy trinity of his movies, at least for me, like his best work.
Yeah, I did hear that they shot most of this movie with an iPhone 15.
With an iPhone 15. Yeah,
that's interesting. That's kind of cool.
Not the whole thing, but a lot of the moving parts, just with an iPhone.
Well, if you're in like a tight spot, or if you're like, it looks like they're in the room with the zombie and stuff, like, yeah, do it with an iPhone, I guess. I mean,
no, they cameras are good enough.
Yeah. So that is pretty cool. I didn't know that. And he said, T also said, one of the best trailers I've seen. It really is. It's really good. It gets you like hyped, and kind of like Brian said, like, you don't need to know kind of thing. Like, you know what's going on, and it's still kind of like, like uncomfortable, scary. You know what I mean? Just because you're like,
which is the most effective type of horror, where you feel uneasy. Yeah. That's what I expect that's what I hope to see out of horror. It's probably why I loved that's why I loved Get Out and like Smile 2 and stuff like that. You should feel uneasy.
You say horror, but I don't feel like it's horror. I just feel like it's suspense.
What, 28 years later?
Yeah, I feel like it's just suspense, because zombies are just not the one that makes me think scream horror, because like it's not that like it's scary. Just that they're there, they're going to come after you. It's like animalistic, right? It's the same type of thing, but it's suspense because you don't know where they are. They're smart. You see them getting smarter doing in the trailer. That was a huge thing. So it doesn't scare me. Like, I don't feel like it's horror. That's all.
I think the scary why the reason I say scarier horror when it comes to 28 years later, 28 days later, or when it comes to zombie movies as a whole, just kind of putting yourself in the in the shoes of the protagonist, because that's a scary situation to find yourself in. Especially in the case of the first in the case of the first one, 28 Days Later, Jim wakes up and has no idea what the hell's going on. Everything's desolate. And then periodically these rabid things are coming after him. Like, just kind of being like from the POV of the main characters. That's some pretty terrifying stuff. That's probably why I habitually say horror when it comes to it.
Yeah. I can think it's both though, because it's the suspense is there, but also I think the horror, because you do get some like jump scares and the imagery of like a zombie,
but it's a zombie.
Yeah. And to Brian's credit, he's absolutely right, because I think these movies, this franchise kind of strikes up that balance between horror and suspense. Because even 28 Weeks Later did pretty good with tension, which you kind of
that's what you
associate with suspense.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they kind of I think that's why they're kind of some of my favorite zombie movies. They're not just reliant on jump scares or the scares that we're used to when it comes to conventional horror. I think they're a little bit more than that. I think that's why 28 Days Later still holds up quite well. Like I said, the sequel got off to a solid start. They kind of had me in the first 20-25 minutes. After that, it kind of lost me. But
it wasn't my favorite. I still enjoyed it, but I didn't watch it as much.
Yeah, I definitely still enjoyed it. But if I'm to go back and revisit them, which I periodically do anyway, I'm always going to watch 28 Days Later and be content.
I could do with it right now. 28 Weeks Later. 28 Days Later over there on my movie shelf.
Yeah. Speaking of, so 28 Days Later, isn't streaming anywhere, isn't like you can't find it online.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're at a secondhand, if you're at like a reselling kind of place and you find 28 days later, even if it's on a DVD, especially if it's a Blu-ray. If it's Blu-ray, you buy that because that's worth some money. It's not worth hundreds, but it's worth some money.
Yeah, it's worth something.
But if you find a physical copy of 28 days later, pick it up. 100% pick it up. I know I have at least one copy.
I have two.
You have two. Yeah, definitely pick it up because you can't find it anywhere. It's not streaming anywhere. You just can't go online and watch it anywhere. You know, I don't even think it's available to like, you know, rent like on Vudu or Fandango, whatever it's called now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, the only way to watch the original, I believe, is physical copy. So yeah, so you know, and then when it's on TV as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't even know it's on TV that often. It might be on TV a little bit more now with the sequel, you know, with the third one coming out more. You might see it.
Yeah, I don't really see it on
AMC
TV
or something. Yeah.
It's
the last time I watched it on
TV
was like a long time ago.
It's not one of the highest rated zombie movies, so that's just what it is.
No. I think, but throughout the years, it built up a fan base. But especially if this trailer's coming out, I could see like AMC or TNT or whoever owns the TV rights, you know, playing it
on Sci-Fi. It's probably on Sci-Fi right now.
Probably. Yeah, but yeah, definitely pick it up if you see it at a secondhand, because that's the only place you can get it. That's the only place you can get it is at a secondhand right now. So
you can pay $55 to get it on Amazon.
For the DVD or the Blu-ray?
Blu-ray. Oh no, the DVD, not the Blu-ray.
The DVD 55.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. You know, and shout out to my sister because she's the one that told me. She goes, "Oh, if you see it, buy it." I was like, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, they don't sell it anymore. It's out of circulation, so they don't even make it anymore." So, yeah. But cool, you know, yeah. So you know, that's our thoughts for 28 years later. We get the trilogy for this 28 franchise. Looks good. Looks excited. We're all hyped for it. So you know, definitely when it comes out.
I was reading somewhere it's going to be like a two-parter, and they already finished filming the second part of it. For 2022, like 28 years later, part 2. I forgot. Like, I think there's even like a subtitle for it, but I know it's going to be directed by Nia DaCosta.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, because Danny Boyle, I think he only wanted to direct the first part of this. I don't know if it's going to be a duology or a trilogy, but I know there's definitely going to be a second part, I think.
Okay. That'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely check that out. It's supposed to be a trilogy. Well, there you go.
Trilogy.
That's what T's saying. So sounds good.
I'm good with that. As long as they keep up the momentum, as long as the final product with this delivers everything this wonderful trailer promised, I'll watch more.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, anybody watching on the replay, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about the trailer. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us every Monday and Thursday when we talk about trailers, TV shows, movies, all that fun, nerdy stuff. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And anybody in the live chat, stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic. Oh shit, my bad. My bad. I went to hit remove, and I think Brian, you closed it out. Yeah, on your end.
So remove Brandman. Okay.
We can watch. You want to watch one more trailer?
Yeah.
Reacher?
Why not?
Yeah, Reacher. Yeah, we can get that. We forgot about it on Monday. Then we got Ty in the building. What's up, Ty?
What up, Ty?
What's going on, buddy?
Man. And then Kevin Davis is also in here. He's saying, hope Sony Pictures have a better year at the box office. For sure.
If they release Beyond the Spider-Verse, he'll do it.
I think so.
I can see the Beyond the Spider-Verse be one of the first ones that they have that's going to make 900. You know,
they got close. They got to give me something about that movie. They have to give me something on the progress of that movie.
Yeah. What if it just drops like Super Bowl? Here's a trailer. Like
that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I wouldn't even be talking about the game anymore. I'd be like, all right, Let's go, guys.
The game would not be on my mind. The game would not be on my mind. I'd be pressing replay on that trailer, and then after the game, I would go home and replay Spider-Man 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah,
to tide myself over.
for sure.
As Miles in the unlockable Spider-Verse costumes.
Yeah, I think you get the Peter. Do you get the Peter in this in the Spider-Verse?
Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, you do.
Because usually I just kind of keep to the original ones because they look the coolest.
Yeah.
For me, because I enjoy both of Miles and Peter in the video game. Their outfits, their original outfits. Mm-hmm. They get stupid with some of this. So some of them are so stupid.
Yeah, they went super crazy in Spider-Man 2 with it.
Yeah, they went way over the top.
Mm-hmm.
It says right here, it says in an interview from his film Unstoppable on Prime Video, Screen Rant's Leon Crowley as Jerome, if he started his voice recording for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which still doesn't have a release date, while Jerome, who debuted in Miles Morales and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, hasn't begun to work yet. The actor stressed that he's looking forward to reprising his role, but that he is as much in the dark as you are. So he said, I haven't, but I also can't really say much more because that's what they have, a tight-knit ship. I don't even know much, as I'm as much in the dark as you are, but I'm excited to get back into it and see what they're thinking, especially involving my character. That was such a badass twist in the last one. So they haven't even started the voice over stuff.
Yeah, if he's saying he's just as in the dark as everyone else, that's
not good.
Mm-hmm. That's really not good.
On one hand, I'm like, let them cook. Take as long as you need to make this movie up to par and surpass the last two. But at the same time, I'm like, give me news on it.
No, you can't just make, because this is the first thing we've heard in 3 months about anything. This is the first news. This came out like an hour ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the show for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. I'm not ready.
Excuse me. Kevin said, Lucasfilm going to stop showing diversity and inclusion just to make money.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know about Lucasfilm anymore. I don't care. I'm just whatever.
It
is what it is.
Yeah, it's also kind of the state of the world right now, where all these companies are like, "Oh, we're done with our DEI initiatives and stuff like that." So, but saying they're done with it doesn't mean that they're done with making the big deal. It doesn't mean they're gonna not still do it, because they were doing it before. It just wasn't a big thing. I don't know. It's all.
Were they really? How many black people?
Not enough, because they were just hitting the numbers they need to hit. That's all it was. That's all it was doing. They're like, you need to have X, X, and X, and they're like, cool.
I don't even know they were doing that. How many black people were in the first Star Wars?
Well, no, I'm talking about companies. Like now with movies though, they're kind of pushing that. Well, like Oscars, are saying like, hey, if you want to be in this category, you need to have a diverse cast with. But then the thing, they give a number, and then once you give a number, you're like, this is a minimum, and then they're just going to hit the minimum to qualify. So if you're like, oh, you need to have at least one Asian, one Black, and one Hispanic, it's like, like what the fuck? Like,
first team.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Asian and Hispanic have a black baby. Like
exactly.
Yeah. What'd she say? One black person in the movie, too much diversity.
Too much diversity.
Yeah. Woke.
Must be woke.
Big mad.
Oh my god.
Big mad.
Woke. And it's on YouTube. We should get into like a cage match. That's what it should be. Like, if you want to use the word woke about that, the way it is, we should get in the cage match.
Go woke, go broke. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's such a stupid.
No comment. Yeah. I could go on about that all night if I wanted to.
It's so stupid.
Do a tag team cage match. Be all right.
Tag team. It was like one of them's named Moke and the other one's named Broke. Coming to the ring, Moke and Broke.
See me. Man. I want to choke slam him from the top of the ring all the way down.
I think the Undertaker style.
Exactly. Then get Sacco from Mankind.
I like that.
No, not Sacco. Where the hell you get that from?
That was. I was gonna say that's peak wrestling. It was like when a man wore a sock on his
or
a sock, right?
The problem was always where he pulled Sacco from.
I know, right?
That was always the issue.
Oh man! And then years later, finding out how freaking nasty Mick Foley really was. Like hearing all the stories of him not taking a shower, or him like taking a shower and just putting on the dirty clothes that he just wore, like soaking wet. It's like, oh God. You know, like anything he could do to save money, man. Like he did it. It was like, geez, you know, it was like, oh, this makes him pulling the sock out from there even worse.
Even worse. Oh my God! Like
even worse.
No, you're not pulling the sock. No,
then not going to my face.
And you know what? He's too good of a wrestler for you to stop him. So that's a problem.
You said who's pumped for Christmas? Who's pumped for Christmas?
I'm excited by it, but I also know how much money I'm going to spend. How much money I've already spent. Already. Yeah. Good Lord.
Yeah, because it's what, 13 days? Yeah, about 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. 13 days. And I was like,
she said, not me. Yeah, all the money. All the money. It does suck though. It's on a Wednesday, which really sucks. That means Monday, Tuesday I go to work, and then Thursday, Friday I go to work. So, yeah, spent too much.
Yeah, all right, so it's just normal. So I hear the clip from Bill Skarsgård's voice in Nosferatu. It's insane.
I have not.
I can't wait to watch that trailer.
I'm staying away from that. I'm staying away from anything from any reveals of him. You know, as in Nosferatu, I want to be surprised. I don't want to hear. Yeah. I don't want to see or hear him until I'm sitting in the theater.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Out of all the voice actors in Transformers 1, who do you think gave the best performance?
Probably Brian Tyree Henry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Me too.
Chris Hemsworth did a pretty good job once he became Prime. He
did a great job. I really think
it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
Brian Tyree Henry was
he was the best.
Epic.
Yeah, just like once he goes full Megatron at the end, you're like, oh, you got the voice, bro.
Yeah,
like you got the voice. Like Chris Hemsworth is like, oh, you sound like
Frank Welker.
Frank Welker. You know, it was like. You know, Brian Tyree Henry was like, "No, you sound like Megatron."
Exactly. Like you are Megatron. That's obvious that you're Megatron. Yeah. Like, wow,
they were both good. Those were both like the best, I think.
God, I hope we get sequels to that. I love
Megatron is just the best name ever. Like, if I could give my own nickname, I want to be called Megatron. Optimus Prime is cool, but Megatron just sounds like you're epic. You're a big deal.
It really does. And, you know, as someone who's always been a fan of Optimus Prime, he's easily one of my favorite fictional characters. But Megatron, and even his name kind of has that ring to it. But I think Megatron kind of rolls off the tongue a little easier, too.
Megatron. Like, it's just know he's like
badass.
It just sounds badass.
Like, your name is so cool. You deserve to have your own theme song, man. Like that's what it is. You should, that cool. Megatron.
Look, yeah, Hemsworth was great. Worried about him being at first Peter Cullen. Yeah, then was it Peter Cullen? Yeah, Peter Cullen.
Yeah.
Was we see.
Peter Cullen is, you know, the Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
I think like one reason I can still kind of tolerate the first Michael Bay Transformers movie is because of Peter Cullen.
Mhm.
Despite the shitty script, Michael Bay was having him read off of
Was it
in
You
all
have
the
a
movies.
friend named Megatron. I'm jealous.
That is funny.
That's kind of
That is funny.
awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
If my name could be Megatron, man. If I could be Calvin Johnson, if I could be 6'5", 245 pounds, and run a 4.340
Mhm.
and catch everything,
Yeah.
everything. Boy,
Man, he should have not retired so early. All right, let's watch this trailer. Like Kevin said, Sonic 3 is supposed to win the box office. Rooting for
No.
the analysts are rooting for Sonic 3.
And I think they're wrong. I still think Mufasa is going to kill it.
Nope.
It's
All
going to
reactions are coming in. They're saying it's great. The music is amazing. It looks amazing.
I mean,
So-
I'm going to hate on it. I could tell you 100%. I'm going to hate on it. But
I still have faith that they're gonna do it so like it respects Mufasa and it tells a good story while still
You see the Lion
respecting
King?
everything.
It didn't do none of those things. And respect the story. And
Nah, that one sucked balls, man. That one was that was just a
the live action one.
Yeah,
live action
friggin' 2-hour
Yeah.
National Geographic documentary.
I don't
This
really
one
care
I-
about that.
I-
I hate the
yeah.
story. What they did, they changed the story. What
They
the Lion
did.
King
They made it
was.
bland. I think they just kind of was
Yeah,
boring.
It was.
It went
was
through the steps.
yeah.
No, they said, "Hey, Beyonce, you want to be in our movie? We'll change the story to make you the star."
to make it was it was just a dull retread of the first one with some things like Brian said, centralized the character of Nala because of who played her, stunt casting at its finest.
I like Nyla. I do like her, but don't change the story.
Yeah.
Don't
and
bring in a
Beyonce,
new character just because of you. Like,
and even as a voice actress, Beyonce cannot act. She's such an insufferable actress. She's so bad.
She is pretty
There
bad.
were so many other actresses who could have voiced Nala and not been as insufferable and grating as she was in that role.
You could tell she was reading. Like you were reading.
It's literally like she's acting like she never saw the script and she's going comics, manga, fiction. Like you literally what are you doing? Like I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
great singer, great entertainer, great mother, all that stuff. Terrible actress.
Yeah. And I'm going to see Mufasa for the sake of the channel. And my family and I usually go to the theater on Christmas Day. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be our pick. But I already know this. I already know how things end with Mufasa. We all know that the dude's going to get thrown off a cliff and die. I kind of want to see Keanu Reeves voice Shadow the Hedgehog and go up against Idris Elba and Ben Schwartz.
Don't get me wrong. Don't. I don't like this movie. I don't like it's being made, but don't be putting no shade on Lion King. Don't be putting no shade on Mufasa.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good, man. I think it's gonna be good.
Oh, that's no that's no knock on it. I'm just saying I know how Mufasa ends up.
I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna put Mufasa in your apartment. You will come in, open the door, you're gonna see Mufasa in your apartment that fast.
Oh,
Deuce
coming in hot, man. Deuce with some more gifted memberships. So who's got Toxic Gamers in the house with the gifted Brogu, Bun Oods, Lakeisha got one. Nice. Darkroom Reviews got one. So Deuce,
awesome, man. That's
appreciate you.
Deuce, you're awesome.
Thank you so much.
You are literally the best. That's been the best thing. That was really awesome of you. Thank you.
Yes! Yes!
Sorry. I always do all those things when we say I usually talk about them. Well, when we're going through the transitions, I do every single time.
Oh man. So we get what else we got for you? We'll give you this.
Oh, I like you, pussycat. Yes.
talking about Megatron, so it kind of fits. Oh, Deuce. Deuce Falco. Thank you so much. So, coming in. I'm not even saying high or anything. It's coming in and boom. Just throwing it down. Five memberships. So yeah, and congrats all the gifted memberships to everyone.
Yeah, so. That's awesome. Thank you.
Nikisha was like, "Oh wow, I just got here. Didn't even have time to say hi. I was gifting membership. That's so cool."
What's up, Nikisha? Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Ace in the house too. We know how it will end. That's true.
I don't know. You never know. You know, this is Disney. They can bring things back. You go with the multiverse of Lion King.
So he like ascends from the clouds. He's alive.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of open because I like the director. I think the director has a good place like starting from, you know, like he actually cares about the character. Where I feel like Jon Favreau was just like, you want $1 million? I'll get you $1 million.
He was in that comfy point in his career, you know.
Yeah,
you know, he kickstarted the MCU. The Jungle Book was one of the few.
A portable peasant Simba comes out. Oh man,
like I left.
Oh my god.
The animated Simba on top of
it. Favreau was in that comfort zone in his career.
Yeah.
And you know, I remember they heavily advertised it out. Oh, it's from the director of the live action Jungle Book, the one good live action remake we've made so far.
Yeah.
Hey, the Rams won.
Yes. There you go. Felt like spreading some joy. Very nice. Oh, dude, if you're a football fan, check out our other channel, Dynasty Pylon. So that's all we do is just talk fantasy football and NFL and stuff. Well, now that fantasy football is kind of coming to the playoff season, you know, we help out with that, and then I'm saying we, like I'm there anymore. I'm barely there, Brian.
You can be on all you want, man.
I know I can be. I try, man. I'm not even kidding. I try. Yeah, we'll give it that link.
Like I am. The seat is warm for you. Trust me. I'm not sitting there trying to do all this. I was like, man.
Like 3 days a week.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays.
Tuesday we do Bears only, so you know, just as being Chicago fans. And then Wednesday we do stuff, and then Sunday morning before kickoff. So if you're a fancy player, you know. So yeah, and I think I don't know if we're still gonna do it, but every 100 subscribers be giving away a jersey.
Do that. Yeah, it's no problem.
So, yeah. So once we hit 500, another giveaway, another jersey giveaway. So
that's not a problem at all. We can definitely do that.
Yeah. Just because you said Rams, so I'm assuming you watch football, and it does get fun when you start getting all the questions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and even during the off season, you know, we hang out and
do all types of funny stuff. We do draft stuff. We'll tell you about breakdowns of all the players and all that thing.
All my fantasy teams are out, so
I'm back hating football. I know he talked about that on Tuesday. He came in and said it.
Flip the table. All right, let's watch one more trailer, and then we'll get into our reviews. Cool. Let's watch this Reacher. I'm kind of excited. I saw people talking about a scene in the trailer, so I'm kind of curious to see it.
I can't wait till we get to past this so I can talk to Keisha about that theory.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. We'll get into that. Stick around. We'll get into that. Let's do this one real quick. All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. We got another trailer for you guys. Reacher season 3 trailer just dropped. If you've seen 1 and 2, I think we're getting more of the same, which is good. It's definitely not a bad thing because Alan Richardson. Yeah, Richardson. There you go. Yeah, he's amazing as Reacher, and he just embodies that character perfectly. So let's check out this trailer and talk about it.
It's a teaser.
A
Don't
teaser. There we go.
get too excited.
I've been waiting for this moment for some time now.
Who is this guy?
Paulie,
Oh,
he's twice my size.
Last time I saw a guy twice your size was on Mount Rushmore.
Everywhere. Okay.
nice size.
Coming up close.
No, that one you sent me was that. Okay.
I thought it was from Prime.
All right.
So yeah, we've
Oh,
Jack
wait,
Reacher
no.
finally is fighting his physical superior.
Which it came out of nowhere. I mean, like you think of like who's bigger than him, and you just like get this
Yeah,
dude.
because Alan Richardson was already a pretty jacked dude, and then like
huge.
when he landed the role of Reacher, he got even bigger to fit how the character's described, and like to see
Is
a
he
dude
like 6'3", 240?
yeah.
At least 240.
Mhm.
Like,
What is he?
what the hell?
Mhm.
Yeah, he is 6'3".
Yeah.
6'3", 240.
I was during COVID lockdown, I passed the time by reading a lot of the Jack Reacher novels. So if I'm remembering correctly, because there's tons of them and I plowed through a lot of them, I think this one's based on the book. When they said Paulie, it has to be based on Persuader. If I remember that, if I'm remembering my Jack Reacher books correctly. So but yeah, the show just a lot of this relied on the casting of Reacher, the show working. And no disrespect to Tom Cruise, just because I think Tom Cruise is the man. But like he wasn't Jack Reacher. I never looked at him and said he's Jack Reacher.
He's physically intimidating. No.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like they constantly emphasize just how big this dude was. Just a huge just bear of a man.
So in the book, he's 6'5", 250.
Mm-hmm.
He's
2 inches and 10 pounds. I mean, I don't think any closer than that.
And I want to say, I think I read somewhere they gave Alan Richardson lifts in his shoes to make him look a little bit taller,
a little bit bigger. Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, how big does the other dude have to be to make him look that much smaller? Like you have to be like 6'10".
Yeah. Like being bigger than Alan Richardson in Reacher shape is nuts. It's ridiculous.
Look him up.
Because I'm 6'5"
or Oliver.
Mhm.
I'm 6'5", 260, and Marvin makes me look like that small, but Marvin's 6'8". Like you have to be at least 6'8" and a half to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. He's okay. So I pulled him up. So he's a Dutch bodybuilder and actor, right? And he stands at 218 centimeters. I'm like, what is that?
Like
7'2".
Oh
shit.
This motherfucker 7'2". Holy shit.
Jesus.
He's big enough for me to hit him in the knee. That's it.
7'2", 353 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like a foot taller and like 100 pounds heavier than Ellen. That's wild.
That's insane, right?
This dude is huge.
Like literally, if I saw someone that big, I would hit him in the knee immediately.
There's a picture on his Instagram with him standing next to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's like right below his like nipple.
I'm surprised he's not lower. And as a short guy myself, that's I'm saying that.
Yeah, this dude is
He ain't got no
pretty
nipple.
massive. Well, I guess he was in the Borderlands movie, which I didn't know.
Oh,
yeah,
Kevin
Hart. Both of them were. Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah.
What's his face with the mask thing on?
Yeah, I don't know the characters,
Yeah.
but yeah, the dude is huge, man.
That's a problem. That's a big ass problem.
Mhm.
Seriously.
Pun intended? No pun intended?
Like, dude, I'm not
Um,
even gonna fight you, man. I don't know. You too
Mhm.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might
Well, the good thing
accidentally
too is
hurt me.
like he is an actor. Like he has some acting chops, which is pretty
Mm-hmm.
awesome. So it's because a lot of times when if you go with a gimmick and get somebody like this, they might not have like any acting experience, so like they might not be as good on the camera.
Mhm.
But this dude looks like he's been in a bunch of stuff. Like I'm looking through his Instagram and like little things, some Borderlands kind of stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, so yeah, he's that's freaking huge, man. He's standing next to other bodybuilders and making them look tiny. Like, the dude is huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude is friggin' massive. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
But definitely the right choice for Paulie for that character.
Mm. Yeah.
What do you think about the Nego spinoff?
I'm not opposed to it. So I thought the character was fine. I like the character.
Yeah, I think she's fine, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like athletic girls, so that's just me.
Yeah, same. Athletic girls are, definitely my thing. We'll
Yeah,
see how it plays out.
Are they
Depends
doing a
on where it goes.
spinoff?
They
I didn't
are.
even know they're doing
Eagle.
it. Okay.
Yeah. So she's gonna have her own show.
I did not know that.
Like, she's a fine glass of wine. I was like, look, let's go.
Yeah,
And you
she
can
is.
take care of yourself too, but let's go. That's fine. I'm
Yeah.
all right with it.
Mhm. But yeah, I only really paid attention to that news like just this week. But yeah,
More of the whole team.
more you could do
Okay.
with that.
They have a good team, man, and all of them are. They have really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said chemistry. They have a really
Yeah,
great
chemistry.
chemistry.
Which makes the show even like better.
Yeah.
Them all having chemistry with each other. It's a lot of fun to watch.
And it is, and it's cool to see.
And she has hands.
Yeah, she definitely does. So yeah, kind of as it sinks in, I'm good with it. I wonder if they'll do any other spin-offs, like you said, with the team, or there's enough content there.
I don't know if they will, because she's the only one that kind of can put him in this place. Like, if he's not the leader of the team, she is. Like, she's the only one he really trusts.
And
to
it
be
makes
like the leader.
sense because she's shown up as like a constant,
Mhm.
which is pretty considering the fact that Jack Reacher's a drifter. He just goes from place to place, and
But she's the only one that he keeps in touch with.
that he keeps in touch with. So I think it works in that regard. So
I mean, she can still be in more seasons of Reacher and have
Have her
her
own
side
stuff.
stories.
Yep.
Like what she does in between stuff. So
mhm.
I can
But
see that.
yeah, I really like this show, and I'm happy that I was happy that Alan Richardson landed the role.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah, he because he's really getting to kind of like kind of prove himself a little more as an actor, because before this we just knew him as Thad.
Exactly.
yeah.
And he was, even though I don't like the Michael Bay TMNT movie,
I forgot about that.
I've never watched the second one. I refuse to watch the second one, but he was pretty good as Raph from what I remember.
Yeah. Well, he was in Hunger Games for like a second before.
Yeah,
he
I don't
gets
even
killed.
think he had any lines.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
And then he dies.
He was in Titans. He was in Titans.
he was in
A Hawk,
Titans.
Yep.
He was in Smallville back in the day. He was Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman. That's right. That's before he was super jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was pretty good in Titans. I gotta give him that. As Hawk.
Do you want to see him as Batman, or do you want to see him as absolute Batman?
Absolute Batman. Yes.
If he's absolute Batman, absolutely. No pun intended.
Absolutely.
I think I've mentioned this in the past, but if I were to cast him as a DC character that's not Hawk or Batman, I could see him as Shazam. that's me. I could see him as Shazam if he dyed his hair black, because he's pretty good at playing he's pretty good at playing a man child. But he can kind of balance that seriousness as well.
False advertising, Smallville,
and he's big enough. He would just have to dye his hair black. I could see him as Shazam.
I think he's too big for the screen and a lot of things. So being a brooding dude, like absolute Batman, would work so good.
Yeah.
That would be like a spot on, like, wow. And that would be an entertaining thing. Mm-hmm. So I would love that. I wouldn't mind animated. I wouldn't mind live action. Yeah, he could definitely do that.
Yeah.
You know what? If they did animated, I could definitely see him at the very least voicing Absolute Batman for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coleman Domingo does a really good job voicing Batman in that audio book series. If you haven't, I forgot the name of it, but if you haven't heard it, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, he voices Batman, and he's really good at it too. He just has that. He has that voice, you know. And then he does like that lower Batman monotone kind of thing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I haven't listened to it in a little while, but yeah.
I was gonna, but yeah, I'll wait after we're done.
All right, let's finish this one up and then we'll move on. So yeah, appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us, checking out this Reacher trailer. Leave a comment, let us know what you guys think about the season 3 teaser trailer. You know, what do you think about any of the casting and the spinoff, you know, stuff like that. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. And if you want to be part of the live show, make sure you come and check us out every Mondays and Thursday. And everybody in the live chat, make sure you guys stick around because we're going to get into your comments right now.
Yeah. I was gonna say Jensen Ackles is good too. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. I was like,
Jensen Ackles is good. Batman Unburied.
You know,
hey, as far as it earlier.
As far as Batman goes, I know everyone says Jensen Ackles.
But the problem with Jensen Ackles is that he sounds like Jensen Ackles.
Exactly. And that's actually kind of one of the things that was on my mind. I don't know. One person I could see
in the cartoon, in the last cartoon, it was him, and you just hear Dean.
You hear Dean. He has too iconic of a character that he has become. Every time you hear his voice, you know it's Dean. Even
if he changes his voice a little bit,
it's hard because he's done that throughout Supernatural. You know, so like every time I hear him, he is just Dean, no matter what he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Soldier Boy was Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Soldier Boy.
You know two people I could see as DCU Batman. One person is Oliver Jackson Cohen. I could see him doing it. I could see him potentially being a pretty good Batman.
Also, I wanted to show this before I forget.
And another one, especially in terms of like just voice and the way he carries himself, is Tom Sturridge from Sandman.
Look how big this dude is. That's the mountain from Game of Thrones. That's the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Jesus.
This dude. Yeah. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. This guy is huge, man. The mountain is a massive dude. I didn't know anybody could be bigger than that. And this fucking guy's, man. He's going to make Alan look tiny, which is going to be really interesting to watch.
It's going to be awesome.
Really interesting to watch.
Yeah, season 3 is gonna be a fun watch, and it's another one that's
big.
Yeah,
I feel like I have to fight him. There's something in me just like I gotta fight you. It's just what we have to do, guys.
7'2". I was like, because like you said, I'm thinking 6'10", something like that. Shit, man, add another like 4 more inches on it, 5 more inches or whatever.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Damn.
It doesn't make sense. That shouldn't be humanly possible.
Well, because usually the taller you get, the more weight you put on. It doesn't really look like you're that big, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to look beefy and be 7'2", man, like he's 350 pounds. That's so much muscle. That's insane.
Yeah, but you know how much? I mean, think about The Rock is only 270. You know, so like when you really still put another, that's 80 pounds in a foot. Not it's less than a foot. So maybe like 8 inches and 80 pounds.
The Rock is 6'4". So he's super tall.
So that's it, like 8 inches and 80 pounds. So like if you think about The Rock being stretched out and being that big, that's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Even Undertaker is only 6'10".
He says, I don't trust that The Rock is 270 anymore. I still think he's 270. I know where I weigh, so I really do believe he's 270.
Yeah, because you got to figure like it's also none of it's fat, it's all muscle. You know, but he's also 6'4". You know, that's 270 is probably solid.
And he's probably between 270, 275. Yeah, that's somewhere where he is.
Yeah. Do you think The Rock is going to return to WWE?
No. No, I think he will. Every 6 to 8
Not
months.
full time. No, yeah, he's a part timer. No,
Never.
he's a part timer, and that's all he needs to do. Oh, WrestleMania, The Rock is going to be here.
Yep.
You know, maybe every other WrestleMania
they sell out. Yeah, that's all I got to do.
You know, this last time I did appreciate him more than other times he's been in WrestleMania, just because there was an actual like a good solid story. You know, and him being the heel, which was great. All the other times he just kind of comes in, he's like, "Hey, I'm The Rock. Who am I to fight?" And it wasn't great. Like this, like it was a lot of setup. You know, and it was fun to watch.
Pay money just because he's there.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, him and Hogan. I thought that was very gimmicky, and that was one of the best WrestleMania matches. It was awesome.
I hate Hulk Hogan. I've hated him my entire life. I hate him so much.
I mean, I grew up loving the Hulk, but now like
same.
You know,
nowadays, not so much.
I hated him growing up. Like I've always been anti him. Always.
Really?
Yeah. I've always.
I mean, because he didn't really talk about his beliefs back then.
Yeah, he did. But that's not why I hated him. I knew what of a douchebag he was. All the stories of everything and the way he treated his family, heard all those things. And I was like, man, I can't like this dude. You know, but
like him and Macho.
I've always loved the Undertaker. I've loved the Undertaker since I remember starting watching wrestling in '92. Like I've loved the Undertaker since then.
Yeah,
even Paul Bearer.
He's awesome. All right. Voices giving out. Let's talk. You want to do? Oh, I want to bring this up real quick. Nikisha's theory.
Yes. Okay. There we go.
That's not it. This one. Brian, just gotta tell you, I told my daughter about your silo theory, and she is excited. She says, so Bernard set up his daughter for killing his mama. She thinks you're right. It is a good theory.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It flows so well together, and that's something I can see the show doing.
Yeah. I don't know if that's in the books or not. I haven't read them yet.
I haven't seen. I've been actually going through Wool and learning about the other silos and shit. I have not seen anything like that, but I really think it makes sense because this is a character that Judge Meadows is not something that they talk about in the book. So
yeah, she's not in the book, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that could be something. But I don't know if Bernard knows that she's his daughter. And that's something that's going to end up finding out. And he finds out when it's too late, and he set all this shit in motion. And that attachment that you see, everyone else had to their kids, he's going to end up having to try to step in and not be able to.
Or is he not going to have it?
I think he will have it. He's going to understand Sims more, and that's what's going to happen. He's going to start to understand why Sims is the way he is.
Yeah, because right now they're making a big point of like him and his family, the doctor Juliet's dad, and like what he's willing to do for his daughter, so you're seeing families and stuff like Billings and his family, so they're setting family stuff up a lot, like in the background, and if you're not paying attention, like I think you're right. I think you're right, and that'll be a really good payoff. I think so.
But yeah,
That does make sense. Yeah.
As we look at those scenes with young Juliet and young Shirley, context is everything. Exactly. Yeah. So now you understand why they've seen kids that have been like adopted by Mechanical. They've had that. This is not a new thing. So like I see it and I'm like, man, that will be so good if you do it that way.
Yeah, I agree. And then Deuce is saying, I need to watch Silo. I've been on Severance. So
you better watch Silo now because Severance is coming right after Silo.
Yeah. So as soon as Silo's over, Severance starts, and we're doing our Saturday stuff, and we're gonna be talking about Severance. Says I cannot wait for Severance too. So and I want to get caught up on Shrinking, because everyone's saying how great this season is, and season 1 was so good. So, I do want to get caught up on Shrinking season 2. Then you had a little How I Met Your Mother reunion. You had Colby Smulders was a guest appearance on it, so that was cool.
You don't understand how much I love From. And I came up with, I think I have a really good theory this past one on Tuesday with Alonzo. I'm on Big Furry Entertainment, so if you guys get a chance, you like From, come in and watch it. I think we had a really good breakdown of the episode 2. That was, it was epic. I really think that I have something that we haven't talked about, and even after watching E-Man's interview with the creators of the show, makes me think exactly what I said is even more true. So I cannot wait. So we're going through all the seasons and breaking down each episode on Tuesday. So we'll be on season 1, episode 3, next Tuesday. And now that we've seen all of it, we're writing down things on the board and we're bringing those things in. We're trying to connect all the dots and all that stuff. So that's the fun thing to do on Tuesday. So if you guys got a chance, come watch it with us. We do it at 7. It's a 7 Central, so 8 Eastern.
Yeah, I'll link the last episode you guys did. I'll put that in chat.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do want to start. I'm already two episodes behind, so I can at least watch it with you guys. But you guys start so early, I'm like, I can't join live. That's the only bad thing. But I do want to go back and maybe watch and kind of be caught up with you guys. So, yeah. All right, let's get going.
He said, "Yeah, I'm really enjoying y'all watch From." Glad you got the whiteboard. I bring the whiteboard out. We put all the stuff down. We're gonna write it down, and we'll look at it. And I think we're gonna put these things together. I think we're gonna know what these things are and where they're gonna go in season 14.
Yeah, you're gonna be the was it Not So Sunny?
We're gonna put it all together. We're gonna know what it is exactly. I feel like I'm starting to really get my own theory down, and but as you break it down, you start seeing things, and then everyone in chat kind of helps you figure this stuff out. So that's the fun part, because that's why you say Fromley. The Fromley takes care of their own. They help you out with your theories, and then you get a good one. It's fun. It's a great time.
This is you on Tuesdays.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Brian and Anzo over here looking at him.
That's exactly us. I got it, guys. I got it. No, this past Tuesday, I really think I had like 4 or 5 really good things I thought that were really hitting with Ethan.
On point.
Yeah.
Cool. Check that out. Well, let's. You guys want to do Creature Commandos first or Skeleton Crew first?
I like Creature Commandos better, so let's do
Creature Commandos. Yeah.
Okay. Shit, man, I forgot to make a background. Again, on my way home, I was driving. I was like, shit, forgot to make one. And I had the time today to do it, and I just completely forgot. But it's all good. All right. Let's talk Creature Commandos. Cheers to the Tin Man. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer, and with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to talk about Creature Commandos Episode 3. Cheers to the Tin Man. So we left off with the big fight scene in Frankenstein's castle with the bride kind of going back and looking for stuff. So we get the fallout of that, and we get a lot of the Tin Man's kind of backstory, and then we kind of set up what else we're getting for the rest of the season. But what you guys think about the episode, Brandman? What you think?
Oh, I loved it. I liked the deep dive into the character of a GI robot.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. It's very, the show's like just so distinctly James Gunn.
Yeah.
And it kind of sets an interesting tone for the rest of the universe, what we'll get down the line. But for the now, I like that it's not focused on like building up what's to come. It's still very centered in its own story. I'm really enjoying Frank Grillo as a voice actor, man. Like, I really like what he's doing as Rick Flag Sr.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it's a very simplistic and rooted plot, straightforward
For now.
For now. I like that it doesn't shy away from the graphic violence, because there were like some holy shit moments, especially that tracking shot of everyone just getting their heads blown off at the end. That was freaking insane. But it was, I'm enjoying it a lot more than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
It's just and I was kind of intrigued early on when I heard that this was going to be the start to the universe and it was going to be animated. And it just says a lot about James Gunn's ambition. I just it's pretty good so far. Another one that's surpassed my expectations.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Brian?
I expected it to be good because I thought that they did a great job with the bride. I thought GI Robot was gonna be good because I thought that the story World War II writes itself, and what regular soldiers had to do to kind of fit back into regular society. I already told you where the story was going to go with him, because he only wants to kill Nazis and sees everyone as that. We already saw that through the first 2 episodes. So I knew exactly where they were going to go with the GI Robot. But I still think, even though they didn't try to make it too complex, keep it very simple. This is what I like to kill Nazis, and I'm going to kill Nazis, and I like to do it all the time. So I thought that was just, very simple. It was very violent, and you understood the robot. You understood why he's that way, why he's a one-track mind. And then even in current days, I thought that was the same thing they revisited, but starting to show that he has. They even put that nugget, like it's more like artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just a robot, but he has artificial intelligence. You can see it with the other characters, how he's starting to interact and how he's starting to feel. He might say one thing, but his feelings are coming through the screen. And I think that was a really good job that James Gunn did in this episode. And just how they experimented on him and all those things, because that's very much what the government would do. Experiment on things. Don't treat them like a being that just helped you. They're going to continue to take you apart, and how that affects you. So I just thought they had a lot of good little nuggets that I find entertaining. I find interesting. And if you could have the funness of it along with the interesting part of it, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the best parts of this whole episode was, like throughout the years, like Brian said, like you can't kind of keep getting turned off, keep getting like ripped apart and poked and prodded and stuff. But when he goes to the collector guy, and I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen? Because it's more caught up in the time frame. You know, he starts off World War II and then he kind of time skips a few times. And he goes to a meeting, you know, with a bunch of other people, and I'm like,
Socialist.
and then you know they get there. You know, I thought it was gonna be like a crazy right wing kind of thing, which it was, but it was just flat out Nazi. Like the dude, like he's like, "Welcome to the socialist Nazi," blah blah blah, and like the flag comes up and it shows GI robots, and he's like, like he knows himself so much. He's like, I can't fight who I am. Like I can't turn it off. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I am made to kill Nazis, and you put me in a room full of Nazis. Like,
and it's so funny because like it's with that family that he actually loved and before, and they're talking about things, and he was able to be with them, and then now he killed all of them.
Yeah. Well, at least it was just the one dude, right? It was like the one dude with cats.
Didn't kill. He liked that guy. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it was just him. I was like, if it was like, you know, but I think he was like being with the guy because he's like, oh, he likes hearing me talk and he likes being around me, he likes it being, you know, me being turned on, you know, and I'm not just on the wall being turned, shut off. But it was just when the flag pops up and he's like, like it was just like, I'm like, oh man, and then he just goes crazy, you know. But it's also like interesting, like because after that he gets sent to court, you know, on trial, and it was like, you know, what 50 years ago, or longer than 50 years ago, you know, like, you know, World War II, like you're like, oh, he's being praised for killing Nazis. And now in today's world, it's like you go to jail, you know. But it was like, that's what he does. That's the only thing he does, you know, like that's all he's told. That's what he's made to do, you know. So if you say that's not a Nazi, he's not going to kill it, you know. And then we see that in the episode, you know, where he goes, "Are those Nazis?" And Rick Flag is like, "Yes." And then he just again goes off. The music is playing. It was awesome. It was so funny. It was great, you know. And I thought even there's a scene where he's killing all the people at the castle, and then it just turns into him killing the people in that in the Nazi meeting. And I'm like, oh, that was so well done. I was like, and I'm just in there. I'm like, that's like for an animated show, that's a great transition.
Yeah,
to go from present to past.
And the way that he took out, you know, even the people that he thought were his allies, you know, just getting everyone with without discrimination.
Yeah. Free him. He did nothing wrong. Exactly. You know, and we'll, you know, going in to, I think the next episode, I think they showed the teaser. They're making it seem like no one really did anything wrong. Well, you know, wrong as in like how, you know, you killed Nazis, you know, you know, but I think in episode 4, it looks like Weasel maybe not killed those
he didn't
kids.
kill those 28 kids. He didn't kill them.
Yeah, you know, so we'll see.
We'll save them and
we'll get to
then
that. Get blamed for it. But going back to this episode, I thought this was a great episode. It was a lot of fun. You know, yeah, you know, Nina
so
is
you
cool.
saw? Did you worry about when GI Robot got blown up? You know, and are they going to put them back together? And then here's my big question: who do you trust?
Exactly.
Like, you mean Amanda Waller or Cersei, whatever her name is?
All of them. Yeah, exactly. All of them.
Yeah.
Who do you trust here?
I mean, you never trust Amanda Waller.
No,
like,
because she always has an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
Do you trust Flag? You trust Cersei? You know,
I think out of all of them, Flag is probably the most trustworthy.
Yeah.
You know, and
but he's like his son. You know, he's
like father, like son. You know, career military people driven by their duty and carrying out the mission. So, I think if we can trust anyone, it's him.
Yeah, I agree. But if it comes to like Cersei saying like you just doomed the world at the end of the episode,
Mhm.
You know, is she telling the truth? You know, or is
No.
Waller telling the truth of like, hey, you need to stop them because she's gonna end the world? So it's like,
Who do you think?
oh, I don't know.
But
It is interesting.
I don't trust. What's her name? Elena? Is that her name?
The princess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't trust her either.
I don't trust her at all.
I really don't trust her. Yeah, from the jump, right from the
Yeah.
episode 1, it was like, nope.
And then the
Mhm.
way she threw herself at Flag, it just made me feel like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know, no
And
matter
why are
even
you
if
so
you're a good
insistent?
person. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So you
Yeah.
can't see past that. You know,
yeah. Try and make that emotional connection and kind of get Rick Flag on her side. You know, but yeah, she's up to something. And also, it's like, why does she need to die? And what if Cersei believes like the world's gonna end if the princess doesn't die? Like it's such a great way to start the show because like you start off with this mission, and then the mission kind of opens up this Pandora's box of like what's really going on, you know.
Mhm.
So, you know, because that's what I thought. I'm like, wait, it's over already? And it was like, oh no, now we got the bigger question of like who, like you said, who's telling the truth.
and then you trust Elena. You know,
Yeah.
maybe you shouldn't. How is she able to, be so violent and stay alive? She should have died.
Yeah, and she has some skills. That is true. Yeah, but yeah, it was interesting with her, with the bride. You know, you didn't get too much of her this episode, which is cool. Which is, I mean, not cool, but like
It's
it
fine
seems
because
like
Frankenstein is coming, so
Yeah.
it's good
Yeah.
to do it.
But it's
this
like
way.
she had her moment in the sun, which is the last episode. You know, now it was like GI's moment. You know, next week it seems like it's gonna be more Weasel. You know,
Mhm.
plus the main story, and I think that's a really good and interesting way to tell a story with an ensemble. Is everyone's going to have their moment while we're telling the story, but also their moment is going to be important to what's going on in the story at the time. Like, it sounds easy, you know, but like it's never done good though. It's always done like in a half-assed way or convoluted way, you know. And I think so far they're doing it pretty good, where we're getting to know these characters and the story is going forward. Like, we're not stopping the story to tell a backstory. Like,
Mhm.
it's happening at the same time, you know. So I like that. But
I mean, so what do you think is going to happen in the season? How many episodes is it? Is it 10?
and forgot. I know we looked it up
Either
before.
10 or 8.
Because if it's
I
8,
hope they
that
don't do
goes
that.
fast.
Me neither. I always get 10.
Because if they do the 8 thing, I'm like, why are you doing the Disney thing? The
Yeah,
Disney.
that seems to be the norm nowadays, right?
7.
Mhm.
7 episodes? Huh.
Wow,
Yeah.
7.
There's only
That's a lot of
7 episodes.
Yeah, that's a
It
lot of
says
story
limited.
to cover. Yeah.
But
Right.
I feel like when they're only 23 minutes long, each one of these are 23 minutes long,
Yeah, pretty short.
and they're going to go through each member of the cast, and then the end, they're going to leave Nina for the end because, she's probably more important to the actual story of this one. She's going to have powers that are going to be able to figure out what's really going on, and she probably could tell who's telling the truth. So that's that. I think that's what it's going to end up being. And then by the end, I'm going to be like, well, I bought into these characters and it's already over. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Yeah. Well, I hope it sets up the universe in a way. Obviously, I don't see it setting up like Superman directly like that, but in a loose kind of way. You know, maybe like there's a connection of how this ends to where Superman has to deal with the bigger picture of it all. You know, like something. And I feel like James Gunn is kind of good at doing stuff like that. So I feel like granted we don't get more of the characters for now. Like, we do get Rick Flag Sr., you know, but it leaves the door open to to them popping up in other places, and hopefully like gives you a little head start of the Superman movie. Like, oh, this is going to be the problem in Superman, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Like a hint
Were you guys
at it.
were you surprised that like it went with, if Elena gets what she wants, it looked like the Zack Snyder future?
Everyone's dies.
Yeah, and it looks
Superman's
very
like
much.
crucified.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was like, are you surprised they went that way with it? I mean, I think that's going to be an interesting story to hear overall. But that's what makes me worry because it's only 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're about halfway ish. You know,
Coming up on it. Yeah.
Yeah. That 4 is gonna be right right halfway through.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm not. Man, I don't know. 7 sucks. I wish it was more. I wish it was at least 10.
Yeah, I was hoping for like 10, especially considering how much I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the show, but we'll see how it works. You know, from a narrative standpoint. You know, so far it's very much the show's very much to the point.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So we'll see. You know, if Gunn says 7 episodes is good enough for the story that he wants to tell, and you know the world building that he wants to do at this point in time, I'm willing to trust him. You know, he hasn't really failed me with anything at the, so far. So we'll see. But yeah, I very pleasantly surprised with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just hopefully he keeps up that momentum with moving the story forward, all the while establishing more about the characters and us getting to know them.
Mhm.
He's good with making us connect with characters.
Yeah.
So-
He's really good at that.
Mhm.
You know, he's always been really good at that, even with like goofy shit like Slither, you know? So,
Yeah, Slither,
yeah.
you know, stuff like that, you know.
You know, I mean, like we all cried, you know, when we all thought Rocket was gonna die. You know, it was like,
Oh man.
like a freaking space raccoon. You know,
Mhm.
like everyone's like crying in the theater, like,
Yeah.
no, don't let him die.
Yeah,
But
even the
he-
prospect of Rocket dying before the movie came out just upset me.
I mean, even in the first Guardians with Groot, you know,
Mhm.
sacrificing himself, it was just
Yeah.
like, I cared about a tree. What?
Yeah. That's
I
what I
didn't
want to
care
do.
about
I want to be invested in
You didn't care about
characters.
the tree.
No,
Mhm.
that's all. Yeah,
He said, "We are Groot," and then
yeah.
he gets blown up.
We are. And I was like, oh, bye. Yes,
Nah, man, you cold blooded. That was
cool
sad.
blooded. I mean, it's not Marley and me, so I mean, it's okay. I'll be all right. All right, it's a raccoon in the tree, bro. I you know, hey, I chopped down a tree before. I got one in my living room right now. Decorated.
Yeah, but when he can smack you around, you know what I mean? Like,
It's
Hit
not,
them
they're not going
twice.
to kill me, you know. It's all right. And raccoons, I don't like them. So it's just
I used to
I'll
be
okay.
indifferent to raccoons. 2 things changed that. 1, Guardians of the Galaxy, and 2, raccoon bars in Korea. They have raccoon bars that you could go to where live raccoons are just kind of hanging about, and you can feed them, and they'll jump on you. You could pet them and stuff like that. They're like little cats.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I would frequent raccoon bars.
that is interesting. I didn't know that.
It's funny you guys are saying it because Leggett, the wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers, was talking about he eats raccoon every Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Like, man, I'm doing some coon, and I want to cut them open. I'm going to have Thanksgiving.
From
I was like, what?
Mississippi, Louisiana.
Is that what you said? Like, what? It was actually from he's from Carolina. So, but he had
really?
he had that twang. It was.
Mm.
I was like, whoa. He's talking about
Yeah.
he's eating raccoon. Man. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it could be worse. It could be possum or some shit. Let's see what you guys in comments real quick, and then we'll move on.
ROUSs, rodents of unusual size.
What was that?
Possums are ROUSs, rodents of unusual size.
Oh, they're weird. They're so
Princess
weird.
Bride.
Yes.
Princess Bride.
Let's see. Ace said, from my understanding, it does directly set up Superman because she gets arrested in Metropolis. Oh, okay. Okay. That was kind of interesting to see. So that Mild Bear said, I think he'll want to distance his story from anything similar to Snyder.
That's why I was surprised by it. That's
but I mean, how close? I mean, just having the superheroes killed is not a Snyder thing. You know what I mean?
It's just, but the imagery did remind me of
It was
the
all like
last thing we
red
saw.
and like
Yeah.
like
the last thing we saw from
post-apocalyptic.
Zack Snyder from the
Yeah.
Apocalypse World, whatever it was.
So it leaves us wanting more. Yeah, I think he does a good job at that. It's like
He's talking about 7 episodes. I think it's going to
Always
be
7
like
episodes.
halfway through the story. Like, okay, where's the other half?
Yeah, seven is such a weird number too. So that's what makes me think is like, did he just think 7 is like enough to tell the story he needs to tell?
That's what
Or
I'm
it's
thinking.
just
Weird.
It's just this one journey. It's not a big
Yeah.
story you're telling. You're just telling this one journey.
Yeah.
That's I'm thinking maybe he just wants to tell the story that he wants to tell and then keep it moving. That's why I'm kind of okay with the prospect of it being 7 episodes. Like I said, considering how to the point the show is so far,
Yeah.
if he doesn't want to run it into the ground, you know, I'll roll with whatever he wants to do at this point. You know, he's won enough goodwill with me at this point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as long as he
Albert
keeps
said,
up the momentum.
No Groove
Yeah,
head
but I think
topper for Brian.
Yeah. He said when we got those Groot mini episodes, he's like, get that shit out of here. I don't want that.
I was like, I don't care. It's all right.
Those are great. Those are super great. I did love those little mini episodes. You find out Rocket's like an old man that needs like reader glasses.
Reader glasses. I liked the Christmas special.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Christmas special. I watched that with my mom when it
Oh,
first
it's
started
so good.
streaming. My mom really liked it too.
Yeah.
Most
I
people
watched it,
hated
yeah.
it. So
Really? No, most
Yeah.
people loved it.
a lot
I
of streamers,
loved the Christmas special.
hated
Yeah,
the
I heard
Guardians
good things about it.
Christmas. Oh, I can
Yeah.
pull like a lot of negative stuff about that.
Geeks and gamers don't count though. Those guys are dickheads.
Yeah,
I don't watch Geeks and Gamers. You know me. Blackness in me won't allow that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought a lot of people liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Christmas special.
My chair's broken, man. It's so annoying. I gotta fix it. Every time I go lean on my arm, it like pops off.
Mm.
They do the same for cats there as well. Oh, for in Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I got that reference.
Yeah.
7's very odd, but he talks about it just being the start. Yeah. I like Brandon said, like, it doesn't waste any time. Like that first episode was just like, here's your team, boom, you know, and it starts off.
Yeah.
It
The
starts.
the pacing. Like I've said many times, I think pacing is vital.
Mhm.
And he's really good with that. You know, yeah. Like I kind of liken the pacing to this show to that of his Suicide Squad movie, where it kind of just jumps right into it, and it kind of moves kind of upward like that, all the while it filling you in on the characters. But it's really easy to like kind of go like that or like that when you're learning more about characters, and he just kind of keeps going like this, which is you know, very impressive from a storytelling standpoint and very satisfying from a storytelling standpoint.
It's easy to do, and then when you have only 23-minute episodes.
Yeah. You pretty much have to in 20-minute episodes, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, there's not enough information or time for you to kind of go off and drift
go
off
veer off or take detours.
Yeah, which is, you know what? But that's why The Acolyte sucks. That's why some of these other shows suck, because you give us 8 episodes and 2 of them are fucking flashbacks.
Yeah,
so
they didn't.
That's what happens when you stop the story dead in its track to go back and tell us an old story.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
didn't know how to handle their own content.
Yeah. So when you do it right, like they're doing in this show, you know, it just flows better. You know,
I'm not
and
going
then
to
the
say
backstory
right
makes sense.
I see the end of the show, because I have to make sure the story is fully told, or you know, it's just going. Is it just meant to be just the beginning of something?
Yeah, I think it's meant to be the beginning of something. So I think because like the story's is already kind of told, right? I mean, it's like they stopped Cersei, she's arrested, so it's like, so I think a lot of it's going to be like setting up like what's the bigger picture. I think that's what it's going to be.
And that leaves me asking if they're going to do more with Themyscira, or if they're just going to leave it very centric on Cersei.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Even that I thought was like funny, like the sons of Themyscira.
The sons of Themyscira, yeah,
they're all
hilarious.
pissed off. Like I want to get good beaches too.
Little subtle jab at incel culture.
Yes, it was awesome. I did laugh at that.
Only thing I'm gonna say, I disagree with you. That's not where Acolyte went wrong.
I mean, the Acolyte went wrong.
There's a lot.
There's a multitude.
There's a lot where it went wrong.
That was only one of them.
Yeah.
It was the opening screen.
Storytelling.
It was the opening screen, and then from there it just went downhill.
The first episode was not bad, but
yes, it was.
Yeah. I didn't hate the first episode, but I didn't love the first episode. I was just like, okay, what else you got?
And it started this way, and then it went.
Yeah, it started like right in the middle, and it just hit the ground so hard. It's like, we go into the basement. You want to go to the basement? Yeah, it was so bad. But yeah, like you said, there was a lot of other stuff. It's Kevin Bacon out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What, the holiday special?
Yeah, special. That was.
But there were the constant Kevin Bacon references, so there had to be some payoff at some point in time.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I didn't know Maria Bakalova was Cosmo.
Yeah.
She was Cosmo. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Let's finish this one up and then we'll get into our other show. Talking about Star Wars. Cool. Yeah, so that's our thoughts for Creature Commandos episode 3. Yeah. So, 3 out of 7, which kind of sucks. But cheers to the Tin Man. We enjoyed GI Robot and his killing Nazis, constantly asking, are they a Nazi? Is because he wants to kill them. So that was his idea of a good date with Nina. It's like, hey, we got to kill Nazis together. It was a fun time. Oh, man.
He kept saying, my friend Nina.
My friend Nina. Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's our thoughts. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about Creature Commandos so far, about this episode, and any theories where you think it might head to at the end of the show and into Superman. But make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us live when we talk about Creature Commandos all the way until the end of the show. But if you are watching live, stick around because we're going to get into your comments right now. Let's jump into the other one but real quick. Mama Bear said, glad I eventually got you all switched to the computer. The cell phone wasn't
doing that shirt,
the shirt justice.
Only
Yeah.
Who his?
doing shirt justice.
No, yeah. Or mine, the merch that you can buy.
Yeah, the merch, right? Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Brandman, that one?
Yeah, I know.
That one up there, or that one over there. That one or that one.
That's funny. Also, Mama Bear, whenever you got like stuff going on like that, like throw it in chat. If you're doing like a charity stream or something like that, or you got one coming in, like we don't mind, you throwing in some promotion for your stuff, or for stuff you collab with, because I know you do a lot of stuff with other people. So yeah, 5-hour stream is long.
That was every Tuesday with Anzo during the From time.
Yeah, with the From stuff. Yeah.
Everyone, I was like, why are we doing the 5-hour one? And there's like 400 people in chat. You're like, well, that's wild.
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild. Pull up this real quick, and then we'll go in coming of age. That was this one. All right. let's talk Skeleton Crew, a good Star Wars show.
Mhm.
All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Ting Kramer. We're Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to talk about episode 3 of Skeleton Crew, titled Coming of Age. So we got the crew breaking out of the jail, getting back to the ship, and hopefully on their way to getting some help so they can make their way back home. So yeah, we'll get into everything about this one. So spoilers if you haven't seen the episode. Just a heads up. Brandman, what you think about episode 3?
First and foremost, could like the old school 80s Amblin inspiration be any more prevalent and on display than this episode in particular? You know, I really enjoyed it. I liked the way that it began. I liked that, they're not shying away from the concerned parents, that sort of thing. It's kind of balancing that very well with the adventures with the adventure that the kids have found themselves in. I like that how we learned a little more about Jude Law's character.
Yeah.
And, perhaps the fact that he's not to be trusted, which I kind of didn't see coming.
I 100% saw that coming.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
And maybe I need to rewatch the first 2 episodes, but just kind of how unscrupulous he is. Or let me rephrase that. I have questions about him. I kind of I did kind of smell a rat early on, but I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that it feels like it feels kind of unconventional in within the Star Wars universe, but that's kind of the reason that it works for me. That because we're focusing on something different than what we're used to. We're used to focusing on adults, Jedi, stuff like that, freedom fighters. This is just some kids who a group of curious kids, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. What about you, Brian? What you think about the episode?
It was fine. I mean, it was. I think the first one was really, really good. And I think the next one was less focused on this stuff. And I think this was less focused, but gives a broader view of what's going to happen. Kind of set up the rest of the story for the rest of the season. I think that's basically what it was. Who do you trust? What's the mysteries that we're talking about? How the kids are still going to be kids, but they're going to have other people looking after them, having their back. The characters they're bringing in are decent characters. I'm enjoying. The Easter eggs were really cool, seeing all the different ships and all that stuff, and at the Pirate Bay place, the port. I think Borgo. So you've seen all those things. Those are cool things. You saw the battle droid. When he was looking for other droids, the B1.
Oh yeah.
The B1 battle droid. So you saw those things. So I enjoyed that, and then the idea that how is this planet being hidden? We got more information. So a lot of it was cool, and then you see them start to have a glimmer of working together. So that was cool. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I was like riveted, like this is so good.
Nikisha, sorry.
Nikisha. That's why I did this.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper. But I wasn't super riveted by it, but I enjoyed the episode. But it wasn't like this groundbreaking thing. Like everyone saying, "Oh, it's the best thing since sliced bread." I was like, "No, I've had sliced bread before. That was all right."
Neither of you guys brought it up. We're talking Old Republic, man. Like, how are you guys not hyped about that shit? Like, I am super hyped. Like,
because we are f it up.
I mean,
how can I
probably, but they still have hope, But like, because like this is pretty much like this planet is Old Republic, and it seems like it was cut off somehow for some reason we don't know yet. But we got an old Republic planet that got cut off, and now it gets reintroduced. It's like it's this myth, because it's so old, and like that got me. That's really giving me hype because I was like, what's the secret of this planet going on? Like why is it hidden? Who's hiding it? What's the reason it's being hidden? Like I don't know. I'm like really like hyped because like
that was my
Old
first,
Republic.
That was the first 2 episodes. Like so I'm not looking at the same thing again this episode. Like it was the kids that really were the things that I was kind of cool, enjoying. Seeing KB, how she was like she like calculated the odds of all this stuff. She's the one that realized, hey, he's fine. What the hell are you talking about? That don't even make sense. The Crimson Jack is he's Crimson Jack. He's a pirate. She figured out all this stuff quickly. Yeah. So
KB's KB's the true leader. You know what I mean? Like what's the other chick? The other girl. Having a blink on her name. Start with F.
Fern.
Fern. I think she acts like the leader, but when stuff starts to hit the fan, I don't think she's gonna be able to like make a decision. And I think KB is smart. And I don't know if like they're kind of teasing that she might be like kind of force sensitive, like something like that. But I don't know. But also
she was very analytical.
That too, but like she knew something was coming before anybody else knew, around the corner. And even the little owl bird, which was that was a really interesting character. I enjoyed it. It didn't feel too the owl character. I forgot what her name was. Like because I only watched it once. I didn't get a chance to watch it twice the episode. But I thought it was a really interesting character. Like it wasn't like overly cutesy. Kim. What's it? Kim?
That was her name.
Okay.
Her name's Kim.
Yeah, it wasn't like an overly cutesy character, but it was like a interesting character. Definitely a good guy. Definitely a good guy. So, Crimson Jack trying to make it seem like, she's gonna backstab us. I was like, well, somebody's gonna backstab you, and it ain't gonna be her. So liking that. But when she's like, this is Old Republic stuff, and I was like, like you said, we already kind of knew because of the money and stuff, but now it's like confirmed. It was like. And now Crimson Jack is definitely gonna do some shady shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I thought it was like, don't get me wrong, it's not like the greatest Star Wars episode ever, but I'm having like a really fun time with it. Like it's all together, like it's really cool. Who's in charge of the planet? Because it's like, hey, kids left the planet. He's like, too bad, they're gone. It was like, what?
Like, those droids only gonna go so far.
Yeah, because the leader of the planet, I forgot what they called him, said like, nope, that's it. If they come back, then we'll figure it out. It's like no remorse, almost like, nope, they left the border, and that's it. I was like, damn, that's pretty messed up.
Were you surprised that the kids had no idea about the war? They had no idea.
No, because like that's the whole point. Is like it's like this place has been cut off since Old Republic era. So it's just like because they know about Jedi, they know about Sith, so they know about Force stuff from the Old Republic. But it seems like anything from the Old Republic onward, they're just this world is just cut off from any new news. So it was like I'm like, why is this? It's cut off, from so long ago too. It's not even like, oh, it's been 10 years. It's like it's been a while. Like Old Republic was a while ago. So yeah,
I mean, and they gave a hint to that because the starship being that old and being underground and seeing all those things. So for things to grow on top of it, you knew that had to be
been there for a while,
a long time.
Yeah. I'm just kind of curious because I know there's a few theories like they're all training to be like stormtroopers or different kind of Empire workers, kind of thing. So that's an interesting theory, but I don't know if it's the best theory. I kind of want something a little bit more more entertaining than like, oh, they're all trained to be workers. Okay, next. This seems kind of boring, but I don't know. Kind of curious, but yeah.
No, I
I'm trying to
agree.
think of
I
anything
think
else.
that's fun.
Yeah, they're so quick though. That's the only bad thing is the episodes are so freaking fast.
And
Like
that's
it's
part
annoying.
why it's hard for me to really get in, because like you really don't get these characters, any development in the characters. You see these things that happen so fast, and I don't know. As much as I can enjoy it, I can't really enjoy it, because
Yeah.
it's over. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna really get into it. Oh, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just what I noticed.
Yeah. Like we just got to that planet, and found out all this stuff about like these old maps and blah 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 and symbols and shit, and then that's it. They make a deal and then credits. I was like, "Ah, come on, what? So yeah, can't argue with that. It's just because I don't even know the length of this last episode.
I'm not sure either.
It had been pretty short, right?
Yeah, they're like what, 30 minutes exactly?
Yeah, they're all going to be 32 to 47 minutes. And I feel like we already got that 47-minute one in the first episode, right?
In the first episode, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so they're all going to be shorter than the first episode. 37 minutes for the third episode. So
Okay, even though 5 of that was credits, but whatever.
Yeah, a little bit longer than the second episode, but like 10 minutes shorter than the first. So, but I feel like that's where it's going to be at. It's going to be like 37, and then, like you said, once you minus credits and intro and all that, it's going to be like closer to like 30. Yeah. So that's annoying. But we'll see. Anything else on this one?
It's
That's
not
pretty
long
much
enough for you to be anything about it. That's why I'm still on the fence. I'm still not there. I'm not. I'm prepared to say it's better than Acolyte and some of the other terrible shows. I could say that's already better than that. But that's literally by standing on your own 2 feet and being able to waddle, you're already better than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not saying anything. And I'm not sure that everything's going to make sense and they're gonna have enough time to get it all together. But if they do, then I'll give it its credit. Until then, I'm just going to enjoy the ride and wait to see what we get, where we get.
Yeah. Deuce is saying it's mid. Right? I think it's a little more than mid, but also everything we've been getting so far has just been crap. So mid is better than crap at the very least, but yeah. But it's doing pretty good numbers wise. I don't think we've got the full like watch time or viewer count and stuff yet. I don't think we did. Not yet. So I'm curious to see once if Disney releases those numbers. We'll see. But yeah, so yeah, we'll leave that there. That's our thoughts for episode 3 of Skeleton Crew. Like I said, pretty short episode altogether. Not much happened, but I did enjoy the little bit that happened. Or I should say, kind of enjoyed it. But yeah, we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear from what your thoughts were with this episode, where you think it might go, now that they're making their way back into the ship and back into space, and now they're on the run. So, but yeah, leave a comment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with us on the replay. And if you guys are in the live chat, stick around because we're gonna get into your comments right now. Oh man. Hey, when I do my outro and I got like an itch in my nose, I try not to like sit there and like scratch it. Just saying, yeah, a lot of things have been so bad when you get mid, people think it's good. I mean, you're not wrong.
Those are facts. Spitting straight knowledge. That's what you're doing right now.
Because like Brian says, like, we bring in so much crap, and this is probably the best thing since Mandalorian season 2.
I don't know.
That's also not saying much. I mean, what was good since season 2?
I don't know.
Season 3 sucked.
I liked a lot of Ahsoka. And then it got
Yeah,
slower the
Ahsoka.
further it went. There's things that I did enjoy about it. I don't know enough about this show to put it in front of anything. I need to know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
If I think it's stupid, then I'm like, oh, this is stupid. But I don't know that yet. So I want to see, where it ends. Because if the ending is terrible, then
yeah, it kind of ruins the whole show. Yeah. And we got Kyle in the house. What's up?
What's up?
What's going on, buddy?
Do say can't wait for solo leveling season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta watch season 1. Everyone's saying it's so freaking good. So, and I've been craving a new anime. Because like I said, I'm all caught up with
so what I do now
with a lot of stuff. I'm caught up with so much shit. So yeah, I might check it. I think it's on Crunchyroll, so I might check it out over there. Hope all is well. It's pretty good.
Most definitely. And same with you, Kal-El.
Yeah, I know you were live on Instagram the other day. I didn't get a chance to. I was driving when I saw the notification, but otherwise I would have came in and said what's up. But I saw you were live, which is cool. Hope the stream went well.
100%.
Bear love. Yeah. I'm trying to see, man. There's because I typed in it is on Crunchyroll, so I'll probably start watching that this week. Yeah, because man, I love a good anime. Like the new Dragon Ball show. I'm not fully invested yet, but I like it. Was it Dayama? Like they all get turned into kids, which is kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's not bad. But I'll definitely check out Solo Leveling. I heard it's pretty good.
I heard that Arcane is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Arcane is good. Yeah, people are loving that. It's on Netflix. That's definitely on my list. Overlord.
Mm-hmm.
That's another good one. Yeah. Too many lists right now. Yeah. I mean, that's something I started and I kind of just stopped for one reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
Like My Hero, I haven't got caught up with My Hero. I was just getting a little
annoyed with it.
A little. No, I don't know if annoyed. It just I don't know. Yeah, it just wasn't I wasn't feeling it how I used to. Maybe if I pick it up back now, it's been a little while. Kind of reinvigorate.
I just feel like My Hero was telling the same story over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It felt very kind of, I won't say basic, but kind of. Kyle saying, "Yep, how about Caleb Williams?" Oh, joking. I know something for sure. How about that Caleb Williams? He's good. I think he's the best quarterback in our division, right? Stat wise,
not even close.
Really? I think he has a bunch of yards. He has no interceptions. He is he's super solid.
Jared Goff has no interceptions and
oh really
15 more touchdowns.
Damn. Jared Goff came out of nowhere. What the hell?
Not just him. Minnesota has 28 touchdowns.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's killing it too. So really, and then Love has probably very similar to Caleb Williams too. So really, he's probably the little worst in our division. So
yeah. I just with football. Ugh. This past week, I turned it on for legit 2 minutes, and I'm that's enough of that. I am not gonna waste my time. I mean, I checked in on my phone every so often, and it kept getting worse and worse. So
I watched it.
I think I turned on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse over the football game.
Can't say
Like, at least one of us can enjoy something. Me or my son.
I tell my kids, hey, learn about watch football, then you can spend more time with daddy.
Oh man, it was just so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to worry about that too, right? Like you make them watch Bears games, they're like, why are we rooting for them?
Why are we rooting for them, right?
Why are we rooting for them? I want to root for.
I said, you're not rooting for them.
Anyone else at that point?
You're rooting for daddy. That's all you're doing. But yes, daddy. Good job, girls.
Yeah. Golf has like 10 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Does he?
He has 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
It's not bad.
Darnold has 28 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
Okay. I mean, I know Caleb doesn't have a lot because he just couldn't get it.
Caleb has 16-5, and even Jordan Love has 21-11.
Okay. 15-5, not horrible. Ugh. He should have way more.
Yeah. The fact it's only down at 16, it's too low.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, and Bomber said that's how I got sports bonding with dad. That's cool.
Exactly. Sit down
So
with daddy
fun.
and let's learn how we hate our team together.
Misery loves company. Said, how excited are you for Craven?
Tomorrow, I'm like, yay, tomorrow. Woo.
Not very excited. I had hope for it, and then all the reviews, all of theater reactions today, like kind of shot that.
Where did
down.
you have hope for it? You were like super negative about it. You didn't have no hope for it.
I was in the same boat. I never had any hope for this movie.
Like, maybe it's good. Maybe like everyone's like, it's good as Venom 1. I was like, I mean, the best crap. Okay, you know.
He's been so negative about this until I had hope for it. My left foot.
All the Sony shit sucks, man.
Yeah, it's so trash. It's so trash. It's so bad.
I think Brian's more excited. Yeah, but it keeps getting worse. How does it keep getting worse? That's the problem, you know. It's like,
right?
Like, oh man, yeah.
You're funny. Yeah, it's great. Now I want a Butterfinger. Thanks.
Yeah. It's so. Because like Venom 1 was like now looking back at it, like it's the best of all the Sony shit. You know, I still don't like Venom 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like, but how do you get worse? How do you get worse? So, talk to him, Brand man. Remember X2 when the first drops and then now?
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we got a couple minutes. Let's watch this Novocaine trailer. Why not?
Okay.
I'm cool with
that real quick.
I don't think I watched it. No.
Yeah, this one.
I haven't seen it. Potentially to be the best. No, yeah.
Why is she standing against the 40-year-old virgin background from the poster?
with his chest waxed.
So why does he have like a wife beater on? He has no chest. That's not even right.
Yeah,
it should be illegal. You shouldn't be able to do that.
All right, let's watch this trailer. Then we'll call it a night. Let's go. Maybe. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings, and we have a new trailer that I think just came out today. Jack Quaid in the I think it was Amber Mid-Thunder, I think.
Yeah, Mid-Thunder.
Yep. Yeah. So haven't seen her in anything lately, and she's awesome. So, but yeah, Novocaine. I have no idea what it's about. Let's check it out.
Guessing a dentist. Let's see.
Hey,
Buddy, man.
hey,
That's pretty funny.
I didn't hate that.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's like a good, goofy action movie. With Jack Quaid.
That's what Jack
awesome.
Quaid is. He's going to be a big, goofy action movie. That's
Yeah,
just what
like
it is.
just an unassuming, kind of goober-looking dude.
Yeah,
Um,
like his name is Novocaine, which is I
Yeah.
didn't see that one coming. Like his nickname.
mhm.
Oh, that was
Um,
fun.
Yeah. I almost got kind of like Nobody vibes from the trailer in terms of the
Yeah.
action scenes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's exactly what I got for the nobody. Yeah. When he said talk about Wolverine, he got the glass in his fist. It's just like because it doesn't hurt. Don't you know that you're messing up your body for good? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like it's still a wound, like
Yeah.
it's still an injury. Like just because you can't feel it doesn't mean like it's not bad, So yeah. I mean, sticking your hand in like
In a deep fryer.
cooking, deep fryer. I was like, bro, that skin
Just
not
know
coming
not
back.
to do that.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing? Eh.
Yeah.
But
So,
then again,
yeah,
if that's the only way you're gonna live,
I mean, yeah, you have no other choice, but also it's like I don't like. But then the next scene, if he just wraps his hand and he's fine. I was like, yeah, no, man.
your
No.
hand will be the size of a balloon.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely gonna be one of those like stupid action movies where you got like suspend belief and
Yeah,
just
just
have fun
believe-
with
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It looks fun. See what you guys are saying about it. That's a commercial right in the middle of the trailer. Miss half the damn thing. Do we put commercials on this one?
I did not. That's why I was like, it was not me.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Because usually we don't put commercials in our live show.
Mhm.
And the replay, yeah, but live, no. For now, if we ever get like massive and big, then maybe.
Then we'll be doing right now. Look at the commercial. Go PT.
Yeah, we'll do that kind of commercial. That, and I think we'll plan out commercials a little bit better because you can hit play commercial and it'll play a commercial, so we'll have like planned times and stuff like that. But yeah, the random ones I don't like.
Yeah,
because of that. Like you'd be watching something and then stupid commercial pops up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry about that. But Kyle saying that gotta be a Netflix movie. Okay, same thing. Yeah,
It did
same
feel that
Mama
way.
Bear. Okay, you guys are not digging it. Goes
Oh,
about
that hurt the most.
That's funny. Yeah. Movie that if The Rock did, they hate.
I'm not the Rock hater. It's those guys.
I don't hate The Rock. I'm just kind of disappointed in him in recent years. I don't hate him at all. I hate the way
like a
Black
dude.
Adam was handled. I think I think a movie about the behind the scenes of that movie would be a great improvement over the movie itself.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad of a movie, guys.
It wasn't that bad of a movie, but it wasn't the movie that it really could have been, and that was because of Dwayne's ego and his brand.
When you compare it to like Madam Web, like
Mm.
yeah, it's not that bad of a movie.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good movie. I don't know if you guys remember. It was a good
It's
movie.
not a good movie.
Could have
I
been better.
I can't call it in good conscience a good movie. If they made Black Adam more villainous, it had the potential to be
It was
awesome.
It had good
fine.
parts.
Yeah.
It had good parts.
It had decent parts, yeah, but Black Adam didn't need his own movie. That was just Dwayne, unfortunately, just blowing himself, and it was just part of his power play because all his end game was to beat Superman in a fight.
Yeah, you're right. Y'all ain't hating on him at all. I'm wrong.
No, I don't hate him. I'm disappointed in him.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Let's see. YouTube is inserting commercials into live streams.
I know.
Yeah.
They're going absolutely insane with the commercials now.
Yeah. If but we can turn it off. That's why I was kind of like surprised they were playing, because usually we're like, if you ever like watch oh yeah, it was on.
Mhm.
Turn it off. Because it asks you like if you want to play commercials or not, and usually I'd say no. Well,
Mhm.
and then after the show, I'll go in and do it on the replay. So if people are watching the replay, even then I won't do a lot. I hate watching old, like previous like live streams, and somebody puts in like I know it's automatic generated commercial inserts.
Mhm.
It's legit like every 2 fucking minutes, and I can't watch it. I
Yeah.
can't watch it. So even on our replay, I'll go in the last couple ones and do maybe like once every like 12 to 15 minutes,
Mhm.
which is only like 3 to 4 an hour, and they're skippable after 15 seconds. But every like 2 minutes, it drives me bonk. Oh, I hate it so much.
Mhm.
I'm watching like an hour and a half stream, and it's legit every 2 minutes. I was like, nope, I can't. She said, from what I can see, I will watch it. It looks funny. Looks good. Yeah. I didn't mean y'all hate Final Boss. I meant people. Sorry, y'all not haters.
Mhm.
2/3.
Oh man, I watched The Rock got me back into wrestling for that little bit, with him
Mhm.
coming back into with WrestleMania, because I thought it was gonna be kind of like, oh, he's just coming in saying some shit, and then that's it. It was great. Like the Final Boss stuff was great. That was like the most I've watched with wrestling in a long time. Like that was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Not hating on The Rock, but still cute. I just get about Rock. Black Adam was good and disappointing at the same time. I enjoyed a lot. Even there was 3 locations in the background that looked like a video game at times.
Yeah,
It did look like
that's
a
true.
video game.
That is true. Mhm.
Yeah. All right, let's finish with this one. All right, so that is our thoughts for Novocaine with Jack Quaid, Amber Mid Thunder. Looks funny, looks cool. I think we all enjoyed the trailer. So let's see if the movie can be just as good as the trailer. So once it drops, we'll probably watch it and review it. So
Mhm.
make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think about this trailer, and if you think it's fun or kind of stupid. So if you are watching live, stick around, because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night. Cool. The Rock's the best thing in wrestling for sure. Mama Rhodes felt the whip. Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. And it works so much better because of like Rock's heritage, and
Mhm.
like he knows like Mama Rhodes, like on a personal level, like he knows Dustin and like the family and stuff like that. He grew up with a lot of them. So like it's just this is really cool. It was really good. It was a lot of fun. Oh. I just hate that they gave him a belt. Like he just walks around with a Rock belt. Like a Rock championship belt.
You got the people's belt, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I guess because The Rock always needs to have a championship belt. So
No matter
give
what.
him one that he always has. Yeah, he always has it. So, I think it's not. Oh, what was it called? It's not the People's Champion. Wasn't it like the baddest or something? It was something weird that they gave him.
That's mofo live.
Like
That's
baddest motherfucker or something like that, or something along those lines. Marvelous. I'll send you a link to the GoFundMe. I'll likely do a stream. Let us know. Hit us up. We'll definitely like share it and stuff like that, and support as much as we can.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, been supporting my art for a long time. So you sent it on Twitter, I'm assuming.
No, she said it here.
You sent it here?
Yeah, I saw it.
Might miss it.
She said, send the link, and then she said the link.
I'll see if I can find it.
The Brahma Bull replica championship title belt.
There she got it here. Let's see if I can bring this up real quick just so I can share it with you guys. Sorry here. Yeah, so a serious car accident has put Stan in a tough spot. He needs the help to cover expenses while he recovers. Please consider donating and sharing to spread the word. Every bit helps. So yeah, so definitely go help out Stan. Said she, he's helped out with her art, which is awesome. So she's gonna do a stream. So yeah, I'm gonna like it and reshare it and stuff like that. So definitely do that. And then you know what? I'll put the GoFundMe link in the description of the live show too. So
awesome.
But yeah, because hospital expenses suck, man. They suck ass.
Yeah, they're.
So.
We know, man. I'm still paying off my second child. Good Lord. It's like $45,000 for what?
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. I'll be back.
No, you don't have to. We're about to get out of here.
Oh, we're about to leave.
Yeah, we got it. Yep.
I can hold
right.
it before going to the
12:30.
bathroom then.
No, we got it. Yeah, so I'll share it on Twitter. I'll throw it up on Threads too and stuff like that. Try to support out because I know how it is. But yeah, whenever you get a link, if you're doing a stream, Mama Bear, let us know. Yeah, we'll throw it up on our YouTube community posts and stuff like that. So, yep. But cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us. Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier about that.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's get out of here. Have a good weekend. Go watch Craven. Go watch Lord of the Rings. Go watch Wicked again. Moana again. We'll see.
I'll probably see Moana again twice this weekend. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm going like I said, Craven tomorrow afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. So I'll try to make sure I watch it. So Saturday maybe we can review it. And then speaking of Saturday we have our Silo episode review. And it's just the entire episode, our entire live stream is just about Silo. So if you're a big fan of that, definitely come check us out. And maybe towards the end we might hang out, talk Silo and other stuff. So, but mostly Silo. But cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys on Saturday.
See you, everyone.
Later.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.